whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. Two a time, two a time. Time to grind, time to shine. Two a time, two a time. Two a time, two a time. Two a time, two a time. Time to grind, time to shine. Two a time, two a time. Two a time, two a time. My intuition told me this. To trust the coach, he holds the gift. He knowing when to go with fits. So we knowing when to switch. This year we got the golden pick. Time to see what that pick about. Bad vibes get sent out. Only fans up in this house. We been waiting, yeah, we been patient. Now it's time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we en route. I don't know when, but it's close. I don't wanna overhype, but I just know I like it. So excited, league gon' notice now. You should notarize it. They say two are from that rock. Shout out to Samoa and Islands. Time to lay the smack down. You think he Dwayne Johnson? Time to be the people's champ. Hit him with the people's elbows. Stick together like it's Velcro. You think you could stop us? Hell no. All day I dream about sports. I think I need some Cheto. Custom with some dolphins colors. Just to let them know we here. Yeah. I know the whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fins for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. Two a time, two a time. Time to grind, time to shine. Two a time, two a time. Two a time, two a time. Two a time, two a time. Time to grind, time to shine. Two a time, two a time. Two a time, two a time.
Two a time, two a time. Really hope he the man. Hope we found us a gem. Like the Heat found Bam. Wanna take time to thank Fitz, cause he put on a show. But the young man up, in the whole city know. Time to catch all the blessings. Cash out on investment. Ball out, don't choke. Fins want all the smoke.
Falling down on the sidelines.
Help is on the way.
Telling the fans, help is on the way.
808 touchdown.
MCJB.
Hey, Khalid, slap that boot.
DJ Flair, make the money flare.
Going crazy about the fiends, so we really about to win. Jalen Waddle too fast, he Mozart with the dash. Clocking in, it's 2 a time, I was running through the line. 305 all day, ready now, we gonna play. Spitting on the beat, you better watch out for the fans. We going to the Super Bowl and really gonna win. 305 Miami Dolphins here to stay. Best be ready, cause we not just here to play. Cheater with the catch, do it, throw it, go fish. Big Mike with the route, old line looking stout. Aqua orange all day, 305 every day. Fins up, have a blast, defense, make them crash. Two with the ball, wide receiver gonna catch it. Jalen with the touchdown, Waddle with it. Baker with the hit stick, like he had a mod. Byron X, you know they both clamp dogs. Fins up. Fins up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning into Phinsaholics Show. I'm your host, Batman2423. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button as you come into the room. Thank you for all those that have shown up, and it's gonna be keep building. I know everybody's doing a show tonight, but hey, big ups to everybody. But hey, thank you for tuning into Phinsaholics. I do appreciate that. We got some news today. We got roster cuts. We made 4 cuts today to the additions that we had yesterday on the roster. I want to give a quick shout out to everybody in the comment section. That's a CT. What's going on? Let's go, baby. Phinsaholics and Batman. MCJB. I see you, MC. There we go. Concrete said, yo, what's up? Iceman, what's going on? Let's go. I see you guys. Appreciate that. All right. I see Lewis. What's going on? Lewis Amador. What's going on? I see Patrick. What's going on, Fizz family? Appreciate that. Righty. All righty. Let's get to cooking a little bit. Before we get into that, though, so let's address some of the stuff that happened today. So obviously the Dolphins had a practice today. We're all aware that there was interceptions were thrown all day today. I believe it was six interceptions that were thrown today in camp. And basically it was a rough day for the quarterbacks, all quarterbacks. Tua throwing 3 picks. And basically, we got some context as far as what happened throughout the day as far as the picks. Travis Wingfield said, he asked Chase Edmonds after practice, and basically what Chase Edmonds was trying to say is that it's a good opportunity to test it out. We try some throws you might not try in a game situation. Defense did their things, but please consider context to all the picks thrown today. So I know we're not going to make an excuse. We're not going to sit here and basically, sugarcoat anything. Yeah, the defense came out to play, came out to show out today, threw 3 picks. I think some of the interceptions today, just to see it, which, by the way, Trent Sherfield, shout out to Trent, getting the orange on, got the orange jersey today. He was rocking it out there today. And on top of that, he actually had the best day. Yeah, apparently he caught 3 touchdowns today in team drills. Based on what everybody was saying, according to Daniel Fousier, Trent looks like the for sure fire number 4 receiver on the roster. And that pushes Easy E to number 5. So then you can do the math yourself. If the Dolphins are going to keep 6, or who are they going to keep? Sanu? Are they going to keep Bowden? Are they going to keep both? Are they going to get 7 receivers? And that's not trying to discredit Craycraft, not trying to discredit the hometown favorite, Pete's favorite. But Preston Williams still looks like on the outside is looking in. But if Sherfield looks like the for sure fire number 4 receiver out there, especially catching 3 touchdowns today during practice, that has a lot to say. So Lynn Bowden actually had that touchdown in the game. And he's showing out, whether we're trying to use him for trade bait, trying to pump him up so we can get something out of the pick. If he's making this roster, he can definitely make this roster at number 5. Number 6, because obviously, we think the rookie Iguzama, Easy E, is going to get the nod at 5. So, we're actually looking at a wide receiver core right there, built in. The question is, are Dolphins going to keep 7? If the Dolphins keep 7, then you ask yourself, like I said, Sanu, pretty much what we're going to do with the rest of the cast of receivers we have in this roster. Talked about the Chase Edmonds, put it into context. Cameron Wolf said, rough day for quarterbacks here at Dolphins camp. Great day for the defense. Interceptions all over the place. It appeared Tua threw at least 3 interceptions. Skylar Thompson and Teddy Bridgewater threw interceptions too. Safety Brandon Jones had 2 interceptions. And from what I've been told, those 2 interceptions came off of Tua today. So shout out to Brandon Jones. Glad he's showing out, because we all expect big things from him. I know, a lot of this fan bases, they don't really talk about him too much. Some of us do. But Brandon Jones is going to be a star in this league, with time and more playing time. And alongside Javon Holland, we have potentially the greatest. We're going to have 2 of the greatest safeties in Dolphin history growing together and grooming each other. And that's great news. Noah Biganagami came through with an interception today, and it was a pick 6. A pick 6 for Noah. I know, Noah, you've been getting bashed. I know you're working at the Kinks. A lot of people don't believe in you. I'm still the vice president of the Noah Foundation. Mr. Ballgame is number 1. He's the president. I'm the vice president of the Noah Foundation. I want to see more about this kid. I want to see him being thrown to the wolves and taking his lumps, taking his hits, just like Nick Needham did. I want Noah to go through that. I understand people say we know what he is already, because he hasn't been on the field. He has been on special teams, but he hasn't been on the field alongside X or Byron. But we want to see him in action, game action. Let him take his hits. Let him take his lumps. Continue. If he has a bad game, continue to put him out there and then make it an assessment of the player at the end of preseason. And that's a proper way to do things. I want to see Noah grow. Obviously we know Trill went down with an injury. Shout out to Trill Williams. Put a heartfelt Twitter post today with the Goku in the chamber. So, hey, we know you're going to come back stronger, brother. Much respect. And prayers up for a quick recovery for Trill Williams. And hopefully, obviously, you're going to be part of this roster coming down next season. So very excited about that. So with today, I know the topic, thank you for coming on Tuesday. So we're trying to see how this works out, see if you guys like it, what we're going to talk about. So it's Talk About It Tuesdays. That's what the topic, that's what we're talking about. Basically, we want to have the open panel come up, and we could talk about the Fins, whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk about something in particular, we'll talk about it. That's the Talk About It. Let me know. Let's figure it out. Let's go back and forth. First take style. Let's debate it. Next subject. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. That's what Talk About It Tuesdays is about, ladies and gentlemen. So I want everybody to come on here, open mindset, and we're going to talk some sports. We're going to talk some sports. And we don't want to try to deviate too much and say, let's talk about cars and stuff like that. But I want everybody to get an opportunity to speak up their mind. What's on your mind at the end of the day? We're going to keep it cordial. We're going to keep it, make sure nobody's like stepping out of line. And, we know the rules, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't going to go overboard at the end of the day. We're not trying to cause no problems or fights with anybody. But, hey, we can chop it up. It's like barbershop talk. But for those of you that don't know what a barbershop talk is, for the ladies out there. So basically, we get in the room, we bring up a topic, and we start talking. And we start talking. And we start talking. And that's basically what we're going to do. And I welcome anybody that wants to come on. Let's talk about it. Talk about it Tuesdays. And so that's pretty much the subject that I wanted to base on of the day. Obviously, we know about the cuts. The Miami Dolphins made roster moves. They waived offensive lineman center Cole Banwert, wide receiver Devontae Dedman, defensive line Jordan Williams. And we placed on waived injured Tino Ellis, cornerback. And we placed Adam Shaheen on injured reserve alongside with Trill Williams, basically getting the Miami Dolphins down to 85. So the Dolphins don't have to do any cuts, I think, until next Tuesday. They got to get down to 80 players, so another 5 cuts by next Tuesday. And then you got the big cuts coming after that. So at the end of the day, that's pretty much, the news we're getting in today. I know, we want to talk about what happened at practice. We can talk about it. Let's talk about it Tuesdays. So I know, welcome everybody again. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Before we get into it, before I go ahead and drop the comment, the link in the comment section, obviously, if you want to donate to the show, right now we're doing a little promotion for everybody out there. A little promotion for everybody. We're doing the Javon Holland autograph 8x10. This is a beautiful piece. It's 8x10 JSA authenticated autograph Javon Holland photograph. We're going to do this at 225 subscribers giveaway. So right now we are at 140 subscribers, I believe, before we started the show. Once we get to 225, we are going to be doing a giveaway. It's a $5 donation to enter. To enter, you can do Cash App, $Phinsaholics, or you could go to PayPal, Batman2423. It's a $5 donation. And then, maybe in about a week, I'm going to throw the incentives more. So depending on how many donations, a $20 donation, maybe instead of having 4 entries, I can give you maybe 10 entries for a $20 donation. So, basically we'll put it out there right now. I'm going to update the photograph. $5 gets you 1, $20 gets you 10 entries. $20 gets you 10 entries into the Javon Holland sweepstakes 8x10 JSA authenticated certified. Beautiful piece. You can put this in your man cave, women cave, in your office. You can put this on top by your TV where you watch your Fins games. You can put it in the hallway in your house with pictures of your family members. There's so many different places you can put this at. And, basically, it's a great piece to have. Great piece to have at the end of the day. That being said, we'll give a shout out to the sponsors real quick. So obviously, we're going to give a shout out to Tailgating 305. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are not following Tailgating 305 on Instagram, make sure you go follow Tailgating 305 right now on Instagram. Christian Mora does the best pieces out there for the entire Miami Dolphins fan base. All those pieces you see, the Batman piece that I wear, the Batman chain, it's Miami's versions of turnover chains. So at the end of the day, Dalfreaky got her chain, everybody got their chains, and I want everybody to get a piece. And what Tailgating 305 does is you have an idea, you think of an idea of what you want on the chain. And at the end of the day, you got to consider this. It's made out of solid wood, and it's double backed. It's double wood, custom work, beautiful work. This is a piece that comes with clips for you to hang on your wall, so you don't have to wear the chain. You could hang it on your wall. It could definitely be a centerpiece for your office, for any place in the house. You could put a Dolphins logo. You could go to the retro logo. You could go to the new school logo. You can do some custom logo. Any idea you have, Christian Mora will put to life, put it onto a chain, and make it happen for you. Again, every time I wear this chain at training camp, everybody that saw me at training camp, everybody that sees me at the games, everybody that sees me at the tailgate, when you see me going to a Dolphins facility that I got the opportunity, shout out to Vince, that we went out there with Christian and Cat for Life. I was wearing my chain. Christian was wearing one of his chains, and everybody was like a showstopper. Everybody wanted to know, where can we get it? And I happened to have the man himself next to me, Christian, Tailgating 305. Make sure you go follow Tailgating 305 on Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, Miami has an up-and-coming seltzer. Best seltzer out there. Miami's getting its very own seltzer, hard seltzer. You got to give credit to Liddy. Liddy is the company coming up in business. They be canning in about a month and a half. They're canning off of Prison Pals down here in Miami. Make sure you give them a follow on Instagram. Liddy. I tried it myself. I was able to go to the private event. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not here to sell you something that I do not believe in. And I'm telling you, Liddy is the best hard seltzer I've had. I've had them all. I've had your Trulies. I've had your I love my Happy Dads, but ain't nothing comparing to Liddy. Liddy is the best seltzer out there. Those of you came out to me on Sunday and got those free samples, you tried it for yourself. You said what it was. It was great. They got a pina colada. They got a blueberry. They got a lemonade flavor. Delicious. Very delicious. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I will be dropping the link in the comment section. Talk about it Tuesdays. Tell me about your day. Tell me about a topic you want to talk about. Hey, we're going to do this home run style. So first person that comes in, bring up the topic. You want to talk about the Fins? You want to talk about the turnovers? You want to talk about the Heat? You want to talk about the Lakers? You want to talk about you stuck in traffic today? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it Tuesdays, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to get in this trend, ladies and gentlemen. You know where you're going to be able to find Phinsaholics show? It's going to be a weekly show. Just how Steven got the mornings, I'll get the nights, and you got late night with the Fins tailgate. And shout out to everybody in between. Shout out to Iceman with his channel. Shout out to Gordito with his channel. Shout out to Miami Football Talk, Big Philly. Shout out to, I don't want to discredit anybody. Shout out to Fins. Well, Larry has a new channel. I got to remember the new name of Larry's new channel. But Larry got a new channel going on. He changed the name. Same channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trying to freak anybody out. It's the same channel, but it's not Fins Fans Panel anymore. He changed the name of the channel. Shout out to Larry. Shout out to Steven. Shout out to the Fins Tailgate. Shout out to Gordito. Shout out to Iceman. Shout out to everybody in between, Color and Ali. Shout out to the Twitter Spaces. Shout out to Luis Amador. Shout out to Crypto, holding down the best Twitter Spaces out there. You know who you are. And listen, I'm not trying to forget anybody. Don't kill me. Let me take a step back. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Oh man, no, I don't want to get killed. Fizz. But anyway, first person come on here. We got some exciting news. As soon as MCJB jumps in, we're gonna stop the conversation and we're gonna let MCJB give you guys the beautiful news. It's breaking news. And ladies and gentlemen, this is something that I've been looking forward to for a while. We've been under wraps for a little bit with MCJB. So once he comes up, we are going to talk about it. Let's talk about it Tuesdays. Link is in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Again, as you come in, let the YouTube algorithm know, hey, Batman's over here, Phinsaholics show. We're doing some crazy stuff today, some wacky stuff. We're trying to talk about it Tuesdays. First debut of Talk About It Tuesdays. And we're gonna kick it. We're gonna kick it like if we're hanging out. We're gonna do this. I love this. This is what I love to do. I like to talk sports. I like to talk Fins, and I can keep talking forever. So hey, anybody wants to come on, let's jump on. StreamYard link is in the comment section. One thing I wanted to say, I did want to address. I talked about it this morning with Miss Fins on her show. Late last night, Jerome Baker posted 3 emojis with a broken heart, and I'm a big fan, very big fan of Jerome Baker. Obviously, the fan base to a certain extent, understands that, he's being emotional. Maybe he's going through something personal in his life. He doesn't want to talk about it. But let's say it's not something personal. Maybe he's been told something by the franchise that they are planning to move him. Maybe it's the Roquan Smith trade. Maybe it's that. We don't know what the emojis mean. But I don't want to put too much emphasis into it. But not too many people are talking about it. So what can we put into context as far as those 3 emojis with the broken heart? And it's been retweeted. I know most of the fan base, they love him. They respect him. A lot of people say he just is not worth the money. I think he's a great player. I think, like me and Gio have always mentioned before, Miami Sports Fanatics. I knew I forgot. Come on. How can I forget about my guys at Miami Sports Fanatics? We've talked about Jerome Baker being a great linebacker that needs another linebacker next to him, if not around the same level or better, so he can thrive. And we're paying him to be our number 1, and simply Jerome is not that. So I think if he had some talent equivalent to him or a little bit better than him, and he's a solid 2, I think the sky's the limit for Jerome Baker. But again, got people backstage. I'm gonna be bringing you on. So I'm gonna bring in CT. What's going on, my man? What's going on, CT? Can't hear you, CT. What's going on, MCJB? The great MCJB.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, CT Hypertrophy in the building?
How's it going? How's it going? Everybody, let's welcome Ali the Persian. What's going on, Ali?
What's up, man? How are you?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Crazy couple days, but pretty
This,
good. Let's welcome
Jerome
Mr.
Baker
Paul.
stuff is starting to freak me out.
It is. Me too. Let's welcome Mr. Palk and Iceman. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on, Batman? What's good, man?
So Ali, he first hit the topic. So before we get into the topic of the Jerome Baker situation, right? I want to address the great MCJB. He has a special announcement, breaking news. I'm gonna put you on the big screen, MCJB. If you want to come on camera, I know you're with the family. It's up to you. You don't have to, but talk to the family. Let everybody know the special project in the making.
Y'all know your boy gotta look good. Hold on just 1 second. What's going on, fellas? It's your boy MCJB here. If y'all don't know me by now, well, you should. It's MCJB for the last time. All right. So most of y'all know I just dropped something on, what was it, June, July? End of July, I just dropped something. Part 2. Yes, like I said, part 2, 1.5, 2, whatever you want to call it. Coming out September 9th. We got, and one more thing. We got some special guests on that album. I already got one special guest on that album. Can I get the second special guest? Maybe a third, maybe a fourth. Hell, maybe a fifth one. I don't know.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll find out September 9th. Same thing. Drop in the same place. Same thing. Y'all know where the fuck with me. Let's go, man. I'm hyped.
There we go. That's what's up, MCJB. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first.
Congratulations, man.
Part 2 is coming out. The EP. Man, hey. I'm excited. He's excited. I was able to hear, behind the scenes snippet of one of them, and I liked what I heard, and I thought it was really, really good. I wanted to show to the fan base, but we're gonna hold off because that's a special project.
Go ahead. 30-second clip.
Oh,
30-second clip.
Snap. We get to
all right.
It's
30-second clip
here, man. You should put
and hey, Batman.
Yeah.
Do my part in the special guest part, but if you know who it is, don't say who it is. Just everyone's gonna know who it is, but just let it be. Just let it be.
Hold on. I got somebody backstage. Hold on. Oh, I got RJ. What's going on, RJ?
What's up, fellas? How are you, Batman?
How you doing?
What's up,
nice to see you.
What's up, man?
Appreciate you dropping by.
Yeah.
RJ?
How are you, fellas?
Chilling.
Good, pretty good. We're feeling excited. I know it was a rough day today, but hey, feeling excited for the season, and we got the second preseason game coming on. We haven't heard much from McDaniel. We haven't heard much from McDaniel about Tua. But yeah, we're excited. We're about to drop a snippet from MCJB's newest song.
I'm about to tell you the number. Where to start it.
Oh yeah, let's go, MCJB. Let me hear that.
It's featuring somebody in the community. So we'll just say that.
Cool.
It's not. Y'all gonna know who it is. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Got people texting me. They want to hear.
Hold on, Batman.
I probably won't know it because I'm a. I'm a dedicated heavy metal rock fan. So.
Okay. So you like your Metallica like I do. I love my Metallica.
No, Metallica's okay. I'm into Iron Maiden, Queensryche, Black Sabbath, all that.
What about AC/DC? No one like
AC/DC. Cool, yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, Ozzy's that's my idol now.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Godfather.
I listen to everything.
He's the Prince of
you get in my car. You get everything from heavy metal, from rock to hip hop to dance to 80s. You get people look at me. They get in the car and like, you like? I'm like, of course. I'm a music fanatic. I've been listening to Barry White since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. I've been listening to everything growing up. So.
Oh yeah, definitely Michael Jackson.
Can you hear me?
Elvis.
Yeah, Elvis. Yes. Talk to me,
Start
MCJB. We hear you.
Yeah,
we hear you.
Don't forget Prince now.
Prince
and Prince.
Oh,
yeah.
Of course.
Purple Rain.
You hear me? Started at 1 minute and then ended at 1:30.
1 minute, because I have it backwards. Remember, I have the raw file. So let me go a minute in.
Let me hear.
Hey Ali, you know the song the band Chicago, right?
Yeah, I don't really listen to them, but I know who they are.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
here
my
it goes, ladies
favorite
and
right
gentlemen.
there.
Here's a preview.
Yeah,
Here's a
Chicago's
preview.
got some good music too.
Yep.
I'm gonna do 15 seconds and then 15 seconds of the featuring. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Van
Preview of
Halen.
MCJB's latest EP dropping September 9th.
Trophy coming back to the 305. Gone super crazy and we gonna be fine. Got a couple of can, you better full send. You know I'm talking about my fans, cause we gonna win. Two in this third year, you know it's two a time. Whole team working hard from that summer grind. Everywhere you go.
Okay, so that's a preview. Now I'm gonna show the featuring, okay?
All right.
Here we go.
You know I'm talking.
Whole team working hard from that summer grind. MCJB and TDPT got together and made this track so breezy. I hate us shook. They got the heebie-jeebies. Two is gonna be the new MVP.
There, that's a snippet. That's all we can share.
Hey,
I don't want to say who it is, but
Type it in the
prayers go
No,
out to that
everybody
person
know
and his family, man.
Prayers go up to who?
To that person and his family.
Oh yes, prayers up, prayers up, prayers up, prayers up to
Straight
that
up.
person,
Oh
yes.
yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Prayers up. But yes, that's a snippet. Preview. Not gonna show it again until it's ready to drop. That was just a preview. MCJB wanted to show you guys. He texted me a little bit before the show, so I'm happy. You know, you guys got to hear a little bit about it. Again, the quality. It's from my phone. I'm not playing it through the speakers of the show. So it's just wanted to show you guys. It's a preview. It's a preview. We see people dropping the name in the comment section. Everybody that's welcome, Big Philly. What's going on, Big Philly?
What's up, Big Philly?
Let's go, man.
It's gone.
All right. So what's going on, Big Philly? Can you hear us?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's going on, the Big
Chilling.
Philly? So Ali was the first person to drop the first talk about it subject of the day. He said he's a little bit worried about the Jerome Baker, how he put the 3 heartbroken emojis. We don't know what it was. We can't put it into context. We don't know exactly what he was trying to say. What does everybody feel? Let's go one by one. Let's start with CT. What do you think? You put too much emphasis into it? Do you put any acknowledgement to it? Besides, could it be something personal, or do you think it's Fins related? CT?
CT.
I guess CT when he comes back. So we'll go with Ali. Ali?
All right, so I'm gonna say it's Fins related, and I'll tell you why. So if you look, he puts out the 3 hearts, but on the 15th, which was yesterday, he also said you can only control what you control.
Yeah, he did. He
That
did post that before.
right there tells me it has to do with something personally about him, and in what can only he control, his performance on the field of some kind. That's how I look at it. So it has to be Fins related. So either maybe they are shopping him. You know, we talked about, there was rumors that Pittsburgh was interested in him at some point.
Yeah, for a second round pick.
And if that's the case, then it just, in my own opinion, if the Dolphins are really going to entertain this, it better be for Roquan, because this is the truth behind it. And CT can kind of agree to this when you really think about this. Tyndall is really Jerome Baker-esque. He can play that position very easily based on his abilities and everything.
Right.
You bring in Roquan, you've covered the middle, no problem. You move Tyndall over to Baker's position, and you still got Van Ginkel on the other side. That's how I look at it. And you've upgraded the middle position, which has been the most gaping hole in this defense,
100%.
straight up. And
100%.
and technically, it kind of showed. I know we're playing third, fourth stringers and second stringers and everything, but it kind of showed in the game on Saturday, and I have a feeling it may show again, because it felt like when they got past the first level, that's where we got hurt every time with the run game.
With those
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes,
I can hear
you.
you.
Loud and clear.
Okay, damn,
So
man.
CT
I think that damn StreamYard shit is doing it again. But anyway.
StreamYard, it's not friendly sometimes. But CT, same question. What do you pay mine into the Jerome Baker heartbroken emojis?
Yeah, so what I was saying is I'm not exactly sure. It could be personal, but if it has to do with the Dolphins, yeah, absolutely. Ali hit the nail on the head for me. I brought it up, and people wanted to get mad at me about claiming that our run game sucked and our run D was terrible as it normally is. And I agreed that, yeah, it's third, fourth string guys, like Ali said. The problems are still there. It's visible. It's evident. And I agree that Tyndall is a carbon copy of Jerome Baker, except he can actually cover down the field a little bit better than Baker can. And we still have Roberts, who either doesn't play or when he's playing is non-existent. And I just feel like, yeah, an upgrade would be great. If we get a second for Baker and use that to get Roquan, then let's do it by all means. And we're also saving a crap ton of money on the cap by trading it. So I'll take it.
Okay. We're going to go with Mr. Puck. But before we do that, let's welcome Cat for Life, Snapper Dundee, and El Capitan.
What's up?
What it is, what it do. Hey, man, what's going on, Ron, man? Long time no see, Ron, man.
Yeah,
hey, Ron,
buddy, how are you?
What's up, Irv?
What good?
What's good, y'all? What's good? I hope everybody's good.
Yeah, I mean, everything CT says makes sense, man, as far as with the numbers. I mean, listen, man, if you're willing to get an upgrade in a position where, it's our biggest, weakness right now, I mean, go ahead and go for it. If the numbers match up, I would like a balance of having it an elite linebacking core, but, if you do have Tyndall coming up and Bangico does do something, I wouldn't mind doing it. Just, the numbers need to match up. And if they do, they do.
Okay. Mr. Paul, you were saying, Mr. Paul?
I'm pretty high on Channing Tyndall. My concern is that I was hoping that he can develop a little bit more, because when you look at his film, it's incredible. To me, he's a very good middle linebacker, because he's if you look at his film, he sits there and he's sometimes shadowing the quarterback, and then also he knows when to make a move, and he knows how to do it quickly, and he knows how to run down running backs, quarterbacks in that backfield. I have not yet seen his film of him covering anybody in as far as passing goes. Now make no mistake, I'm not down on Channing Tatum, because I love him. Tell you the truth, I'm high on him, but I just want to see him develop a little bit more before we put him out there. And with Jerome Baker, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Jerome Baker good at covering some of the passes? And I 100%. Know that.
So that's if I can interject right there.
Go ahead.
It's a misnomer with him. Yes, he's good on swing passes and short passes out of the backfield.
He's good out in the flat.
Out in the flat. But the problem is once you have him backpedaling to try to cover someone, forget it, bro. It's done. It's over. Forget
He's done
it.
Okay. He's done okay, but you can get exposed if you're asking him to do that.
He got exposed.
Here's the thing. As much as everyone's tripping about linebacker, how many snaps is there more than two linebackers out there on the real? You know what I'm saying? I know they're outside linebackers, but they're usually, up by the line or playing out on the edge as pseudo defensive ends. We only need two linebackers on the field most times because of how many DBs we put out there. And typically when you have this many DBs out there, you're asking Eric Rowe or Nick Needham to cover those tight ends and running backs that get downfield like that. This defense don't necessarily, it's not gonna hurt us to lack in the linebacking core, and I think they've done a good job. They went and got a young kid, bro. We gotta take our time with Tyndall. So
exactly.
I think we're gonna be all right. Duke Riley is good enough. These guys are
and also I want to finish off too. Cameron Good
Dude, Cameron Good is fast, bro. You guys see how fast he is?
Yeah, keep that.
Yeah, he's really
my
good.
God, bro.
I kept saying it when we
get off subject.
we brought him in.
We don't want to get off
When we
subject.
drafted him,
Hold on,
I know
hold on.
when we drafted him, though, Mr. Puck. Hold on. Yeah. When we drafted him, Mr. Puck, you remember who I told you he reminded me of, and that's what he showed me in the game. He has those long arms. He reminds me of Cameron Wake, but of course, Cameron Wake had the spin move and stuff like that. Maybe he can develop all that. But you mentioned the name, I had to bring it up again because I'm a big fan of Cameron.
I know me and Ali are thinking the same thing in response to that.
Hold on, real quick. I want to talk about.
Hold on, Mr. Puck wasn't finished yet, so let's wait for him and then we'll keep going around.
I really gotta hit that subject though. Go ahead.
Okay. So that's what I was saying. If there's a way we can let these guys develop, because I
can only feel it though.
Can you think of the linebacker core when you got Channing Tindall in the middle, Cameron Good on one side, and then you got Van Geekel on another side. Now, also too, if we can bring in what's the guy who used to play with again?
Roquan Smith.
Okay, if we can bring him in, okay, that's fine. And let maybe let Channing Tindall develop behind him. Right. If we can do that, I'm fine with that. But yes, I agree because I watched the game. We got the same problem in that middle that we've been experiencing, and we got to fix that some kind of way. So I'm for fixing it one way or another.
So what I was just about to say is that if anybody has access to the PFF grades from Saturday night's game, if you look at Tyndall's grade in coverage,
Tyndall was the highest linebacker in coverage.
He was like 95% or something. It was ridiculous.
It was 90.
He was like an 81 or 86 or something.
He was even covering a receiver.
Wait, who?
Number 3 in the entire NFL. Number 3 in the entire NFL for a linebacker.
Bro.
What are we talking about?
What?
Number 1 on rookies.
I'm telling, bro. He covered a tight end twice. He covered a slot receiver twice. And he covered he dropped into the deep safety position when they rolled over in one coverage, and he was playing an outside wide receiver, bro.
So in other words, y'all telling me
he did not give up. He gave up what one catch for 5 yards.
He did good because he played a lot in coverage.
It was like he literally gave up one catch and 5 yards.
Oh man!
If he was getting friggin' roasted out there, we would have noticed him. I didn't notice him at all,
that's
bro.
Good.
And that's what I'm trying to say. The only part of the game I didn't get to see him was on when he was rushing the quarterback. That part I haven't seen from him yet.
I don't think that. I don't even think he did any of that.
I don't think he did any of it. But once we see that, I think I'll be comfortable with him. And if we do make that move by moving Baker and then bringing in Roquan, I am perfectly okay with him taking Baker's spot.
Yeah, exactly.
No problem.
Because
I don't know why everybody's ready to get rid of Baker. Jerome Baker.
Look, we got Duke Riley.
Let me finish.
Right.
Hates this man. Everybody constantly trying to give his job up.
No, I love the kid. My only thing is I feel like at his price tag, if we get a guy, say again with Channing Tindall, that's money we're saving because we have him on a rookie deal for 3 to 4 years. He was a second rounder, so we get him for 3. So we have the option for a 4th-year option, but we have him on a rookie contract. Why not bring in a guy like Roquan who completely sets the middle, and we reset that? It's like 16 overall, but it's only 12 million guaranteed with Baker. So you're saving 12 million. And if you trade him for a second-round pick and you trade that second to go get Roquan, and now you have $12 million to pay most of Roquan's salary right out of the gate.
Roquan wants a new deal, so you got.
He wants a new deal. You got to resign him.
But I'm saying that's a partial payment on that.
$60 million.
He's seeking 19 per season.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. If you go look at Roquan's numbers,
that's a lot of money.
If you go look at Roquan's numbers, it is worth it, bro. He has delivered. Whereas Jerome Baker, I'm the biggest.
But before that,
hold on.
And
Jerome Baker has not delivered.
We can all agree, though. We can all agree, even if we get Roquan and we do want to pay him. Let's say we make some cuts. We still got 23 million inside. Well, we're going to see what the numbers are with the cornerback we just brought in yesterday. The numbers haven't come out yet, but I'm sure it's a small contract.
Can't be more than $4 million. Can't be, right?
I think it's even less than that. But
I'm saying, like,
we were at 23 million, and we haven't even started cutting some of the fat that we have that we know.
I think it's close to the vet minimum. I think he's signed for the vet minimum at this point.
Yeah, it might be the vet minimum. We don't know. He was seeking a job.
It's like 850,000. I think is the vet min.
What I wanted to say before we can consider trading for Roquan and giving him his money, because that's what he's gonna want. We gotta ink Christian Wilkins. We gotta get him a deal done so we don't have that pending and
see,
piss him
this
off.
is where I
Roquan's contract is $9.75 million.
Christian Wilkins,
yes, but he's gonna seek an extension, Ali, as soon as he gets.
He's gonna want a lot.
I know. I understand, and you know what?
One at a time.
Too much money for a defensive tackle, bro. $100 million is what that guy's gonna want. I know everybody loves Christian, and I think if we had 53 Christian Wilkins, we'd probably win a Super Bowl. Ever since, I mean, look, it's positional value and importance. You can't pay D tackles $100 million and keep it on your cap and think that that's going to be a way to build a team. So
exactly.
I think they just franchise tag him next year. Just franchise tag him next year. Keep him for a second year.
Yeah, we fucked up with fucking Sue the exact same way.
I disagree. I think the money doesn't matter. If you want to keep a player here, you keep the player.
I'm with Ali on that one.
I want to give RJ.
You guys are
proving that it doesn't matter. If you want the player, you get the player.
Right. The money you can go over the cap.
It won't be 100, but I want to say, let's keep it.
Yes,
I won't take 100. It won't take 100. Let's go with RJ. RJ, what do you put emphasis?
Because he's a freaking greedy ass Clemson player.
That's why.
I would say that I gotta agree with all you guys.
No, we gotta let RJ talk.
See, if you hear that, he agrees with me and none of you guys. You heard that?
I'm agreeing with all you guys. I do believe that we can get somebody better than Baker. I think he shadows the other linebackers. But yeah, I mean, all you guys got great valid points, so I'm gonna agree with you guys. Definitely.
He's the Switzerland. He's the Switzerland.
What about you, Iceman? How do you feel about it?
With the 3 hearts breaking and he's saying, something on Twitter, I mean, honestly, I'll take it with a grain of salt. I think if we do trade him, because the eyes are looking like we are about to lose him. It looks like it, honestly. Mm-hmm. It really does. You got to be realistic from this point. As a fan viewer, you don't want to see that, but really, it looks very disappointing. So honestly speaking, if we do trade for Raekwon, you make this team really, really good on defensive side of the ball.
You ain't kidding, man.
So you stop the run. That's one thing that's been bleeding us for a couple of years now. And also, Raekwon can stop Josh Allen doing all that disrespectful stuff to us. Right. It's about time to shut him down. So, and we got Channing.
Yeah, it is too.
Yeah. So I'm done though. Y'all can.
And that would be the best middle linebacker you've had since Zach Thomas, to be honest. And that's not a joke, dude. He's undersized, just like Zach Thomas was, and he has elite speed, sideline to sideline, just like Zach Thomas.
Who you talking about? Channing?
Talk to me.
Channing, right?
Roquan.
No, yeah, man. We need that. We need that type of presence like we had when we had Carlos Dansby. We need that big aggressive force in the middle to stop the run. This preseason so far, we've been criticized for not stopping the run. I would like somebody next to Raekwon, to finally have that front solidified and just get it over with, man. And
that should be Christian Wilkins that be doing that, Cap. The guy wants $100 million soon. I'm telling you, that guy should be doing that.
Yeah, but you got to pick your poison. Either pay him or Van Ginkel. It's going to either be him or Van Ginkel. But Van Ginkel hasn't proven himself yet, so we need to figure that out.
Van Ginkel is good, and Van Ginkel does a lot of dirty work.
I mean, what has he done, Chris? What has he done, though, Chris?
Like anytime he's out there,
dirty work. He said dirty work.
The dirty work that you just can't see, he does do.
He used to be a third down specialist, but now he's been limited.
You know what the situation with Van Ginkel that I do like? He's on a contract year, so he's going to play.
Last year,
that's what I just said.
Last year they put weight on him and had him be defensive end, not outside linebacker, playing the edge. They had him play pretty much a lot of the run game last year. So now he lost that weight back. He lost that. He's lighter again, And watch out, boy, finna light it up.
That's
Watch
That's
out.
what I'm saying.
Like, how you
The
gonna
air
pull
will be
Wilkins?
flowing. He gonna be killing
You gotta
fools. Wait,
you gotta pick your poison, man. It's either Wilkins or Van Ginkel at this point. And that's how the numbers are. That's how Baker got paid.
Cap,
here for
Cap,
40
you
years
wouldn't.
for
So
35 mil.
to ask the question, Cap for life, you wouldn't. What would you do with the Jerome? Do you think he's gonna get traded? What do you think that thing? What is it saying? I'm not trying
Look,
to.
I'm to the point now where I've always said to myself, look, the guy was the leading tackler for 3 seasons in a row. He's been leading in statistical categories for linebackers, top 5. I mean, look, it is what it is. If he's undersized and he just can't get in the middle, we need somebody to stuff the middle, plain and simple. If Van Ginkel can't do it, Christian Wilkins can't do it, then we need to pay somebody and overpay him. We got the money to do it. I just don't want to roll over money till next season when we can pay somebody now.
I like that. I like that mentality.
I like that too.
Talk to me, Big Philly.
No, Cap. I think you're there.
Big Philly, what moves are you making, Big Philly? Do you put much mind into the Jerome Baker heartbroken emojis?
Are we really going off of a 3-heart emoji?
Is that what this whole conversation is about?
That's where it started.
Is that what this is about?
Wait, listen.
What you control.
Wait.
Real quick, everybody. Hold on, real quick.
Blame Twitter.
Blame Twitter. Tuesdays is about, it's called Talk About It Tuesdays. First person that came up with a subject was Ali, and Ali said,
Ali messed everybody up.
So that's where we're starting. That's what we're talking about. Talk about it.
Ali's fault.
Hold on. So wait, it's my turn.
The Jerome Baker situation.
Hold on, it's my turn. Yo, it's my turn.
I'm just kidding, Cap. You didn't have to go hide yourself.
Hold on.
I'll be right back. Here. Actually, guys, I got a jet. I got a jet, Batman.
Hold on. Let me see the flag. Hold on.
Damn.
Okay.
That's the original flag, Batman.
Okay.
Remember, I had
those still for order. I want to order one.
That was at the tailgate. Yeah. That's the OG original flag back there.
I like it. Okay.
Hanging it
All right,
up.
you say you have to bounce. All right,
office. Yeah, I got to do. The office is almost done. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks or so, I'll be revealing it, and everybody can see the whole new studio set up and shit. So, all right, boys. I'll see y'all later.
I appreciate you.
Good.
Thank you.
Did you already move yet?
Yeah, I moved. I'm here in Central Florida now.
There you
Still
go.
getting settled in and shit. I'm still waiting on the job to come into play though. It takes forever with this intake, bro. Man, it takes like weeks. So it fucking sucks.
It's coming, man. It's coming.
I mean, it'll can't get here soon.
I gotta.
I'm bled dry at this point, bro.
My bad, El Capitan, but I gotta write out too. No disrespect to y'all, but peace out, Batman.
All right,
guys.
All right, Capitan.
Big Philly. So talk to me, Big Philly. What's your opinion on the Baker?
Big Philly's still mad at me because I put in the private chat, bye Baker.
Hold on. I've been sitting here for the past 10 minutes thinking, yo, are y'all serious right now? Like, how do I respond to this? Listen, man, this man ain't talking about no tea. He's talking about some lady. He's talking about a business deal that he has no control over. But y'all be tripping. Just let the man be.
Maybe it was dinner.
Maybe it was dinner. Maybe it was dinner.
Big Philly. No. You weren't here, Big Philly. I said I didn't give a shit. It might be something personal. But if he's talking about the Dolphins, that's what got us into that conversation.
No. I heard you, CT. I heard you.
Irving, you got some.
I'm not trying to talk shit about the guy.
I know.
You got some feedback. I muted you, Irving. You got some feedback.
But what I'm saying is that we feeding into too much of this like conspiracy on players, just random players. Doesn't matter if it's Jerome Baker, but whoever, bro. Like whoever it is. Yo, come on, man.
Bro, we're trying to build a team to win the Super Bowl. Don't come on me
I would take Roquan Smith. Bye Baker. Bye Baker.
Listen.
Let's bring in somebody else like a right fucking tackle or a center and fucking put this team together like it should.
By the way, actually, that's a really good point, CT. Let me bring this up real quick.
12 million off the books and let's fucking
For
do this
everybody
shit.
that thinks we need to watch and dink and dime to get like value deals, we're no longer in that stage of this rebuild. We're no longer in the stage trying to get value out of players and stuff at the lowest cost. We're here to fucking win a Super Bowl. So put up the fucking money or shut the fuck up. And then why the fuck are we paying Tyreek Hill if all this money if we're not trying to win? So it doesn't matter. Any position should be up. If we can upgrade it, you upgrade it. It doesn't matter what the cost is. You pay up or
He's
shut
on
up.
fire today.
And it doesn't matter no. It doesn't matter if it's one of Brian Flores' buddies and everybody just wants to hang on to him because he was Brian Flores' little go-to guy over there. And everybody,
you're right, CT.
Bro, if you can upgrade at the position or you can make a lateral move with a younger guy that's not costing me $12 to $13 million a year and can do the same job Jerome Baker is doing, except he's better in coverage, why would I keep paying this guy $12 million when I can take that $12 million, go sign JC Treader or whoever else and upgrade this fucking team and win a fucking Super Bowl? This is not rocket science. This shit is not rocket science.
Get him,
shit.
I blame analytics.
MCJB, your turn. What do you think about this Jerome Baker thing? Do you put too much mind into it, or you think he's getting traded? What is it?
Oh, he gone.
Oh, okay. Well, he's gone. All right, simple. All right. So, Irving, Snapper Dundee, talk to me. What do you think about this?
That's a hot take, bro.
Bro, if you have the opportunity to upgrade at a very important position that can take this defense to another level, okay, especially upgrading from a guy that's never going to live up to the salary, dude, I think I will call Jerome Baker's Uber. I'll pay for his airline ticket, whatever it is, anything to bring Raekwon Smith over here, bro. He just does everything better than Jerome Baker can at a cheaper price, bro. Let's not waste time, y'all.
We're talking about bringing Roquan in and him taking a Landon Roberts spot and trading Baker to Pittsburgh and allowing Tyndall to play the Baker spot.
Y'all know what'd be crazy if that
Fact,
happens?
there you go. Yeah,
they're both. Do y'all know where both? Hold on. Y'all know where both Kane Tyndall and Roquan Smith went to college, right? Yeah, that's crazy. Two positions went to the same damn school.
Nobody cares about your Bulldogs. Jeez, just like nobody cares about
Bulldogs.
Hey, let's welcome the homie. I haven't seen you in forever. I know you've been doing your own thing. Congrats, and we got all the support in the world. Let's welcome the homie Concrete. What's going on, Concrete?
That's my guy.
What's up, fam?
What's up, Concrete?
Yeah, I've been working a lot. So I haven't been able to hop on as much as I used to. But to answer the question, I would trade Jerome Baker. I would get Roquan Smith. I would solidify the defense, and the rest I would just put on offensive line key pieces. That's it. That's all we missing. If you have the, like CT said, if you have the ability to solidify the defense and make them elite from the line to linebackers to corners, nobody would be able to fuck with us. Straight up.
I like that.
Nobody would be.
Before we get into the next subject, I don't want this to be the subject because CT hit it on the money. And, I feel that way. I know Lewis feels that way. I know a few of you feel this way. But, again, it got reported once again today. Connor Williams with the high snaps. Issues continued. Him at center. I keep saying at this point, I'd rather have Dieter at center and put him back at left guard. But I don't know if you guys want to bring up the next subject, but when you said go get JC, I was about to go.
That's
to
man.
the
CT said it. CT said it best, bro.
The reason I say that is this, though. Listen, I had a whole space covering this part, bro. This is
why
I said enough
feel
in the
this
last
way,
space.
though. Is why am I gonna why would I rather have one hole being Austin Jackson. The unknown, the whole. Yeah, he's played great for one game in the 11 snaps he played. Until I start seeing this shit for real, I'm not making an evaluation on Austin Jackson. But what I am saying is, if we got freaking Armstead, Williams, Treader, Robert Hunt, and having Dieter to back up Treader, and taking Eichenberg and letting him develop and become a better guard, because we played him at both fucking tackles last year. Now we're asking him to play guard. Let the motherfucker sit somewhere and learn. So we'd have two quality backups at the same time. And again, we're upgrading this roster to win a fucking championship. This shit's not rocket science. It's not rocket science.
I want to piggyback on what CT said. Don't forget, if you look at the game too, Adam Pinky was doing some snaps as well. And I don't know how good he is, but he was doing some snaps also.
He did play pretty well. We didn't really notice him because remember, Batman, I had notes from every fucking play. I don't think I mentioned him at all in the notes, which means he was doing his job.
Right.
Now
you're talking about Austin Jackson, right?
Yo, Batman, put on that comment.
Panky. I was talking about Panky, but yeah, Austin Jackson, his 11 snaps look good. I'm just saying I want to see more of it. That's all.
I know he only got 11 snaps, and you're right, CT. But you know that he was first time probably in his career, he was the highest rated offensive lineman in the game for the Dolphins.
I'm glad for his 11 plays.
I know it was 11 plays.
When I said when we can see more of that sample size to show that he's truly improving, bro, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Where's Von Joe's comment? I don't see it.
But my thing is it's just like with Noah, with Austin Jackson. I'm hoping and I'm rooting for the kid. But I'm also not overly optimistic either.
He wants a combo package deal.
You saw that? It's just funny as shit.
Well, Joe said, if we're losing Baker, send the Lavin Roberts trash ass with him for a bag of hot Cheetos and a pineapple soda.
That's fucked up.
I want the second for Baker. And yeah, we can absolutely get Landon Roberts for some Cheetos and a drink.
What's going on, Justin? How's it going? P.S. The Bills will go 15-12 Super Bowl blowout win versus Rams. Hey, Justin, listen. I think it's the first time that the Dolphins actually have a team to compete with you guys. Because you guys, I know you guys, a lot of people, you get a lot of flack. You guys haven't won anything, and you guys you're claiming you're the big top dog, but you are the big top dog of the AFC East. And in order for us to move forward as a franchise, we're going to go through you guys. And I think this year, I've already been on record. I think we're going to go 2-1 versus you guys, and that's splitting the regular season and beating you in the playoffs. I'm being honest. I'm being frank.
No,
I agree. Crazy.
I agree. But I'm going to add on to the Buffalo Bills. Y'all on time because y'all days of being dominant are coming to an end. So take that seriously.
Bro,
okay, we'll give
Mr.
up
Polk never gets that serious, bro. He means it, bro.
No, because I'm tired. Here's my thing. For years we've been scared of the Patriots, and now we're dealing with the Buffalo Bills. I'm tired of giving up games that we could win to the Buffalo Bills. Now it's like the Buffalo Bills now are our New England Patriots. And I'm tired of being scared of teams like that. So we got to make some changes. And just like
start
you said,
bullying them around.
Exactly. And another thing too, when I say this, I'm not saying this with hate because I love all, I love everybody. But we got to take the air out of Josh Allen's head because he think he's Superman. And we got to
telling you right now,
Mr. Polk read my mind, boy.
Jalen Phillips and Channing Tindall coming for him this year. That's all I'm saying about that.
Thank you, CT.
Make him feel a little uncomfortable.
Listen.
Wait. I also forgot. Melvin Ingram is coming at that motherfucker this year.
I completely forgot about Melvin Ingram, bro.
Go, bro. Let's fucking go. Let's go, baby.
Every time Josh Allen comes to our house, that's what he thinks.
Bro, that Melvin Ingram signing was so underrated, dude.
100%.
Bro, oh my god, bro, him coming off that is Josh Allen kryptonite written
that's what
all
makes
over it,
Baker
bro.
expendable. CT, is that what you think?
I think
I
so.
completely forgot about Melvin.
I think that, but the problem is again, like I said, Melvin Ingram also has, he has his cons, and his cons are in coverage too. But the thing is with the Tyndall, he has not developed into that run stopper. I saw his plays. I made notes, and there were times where he has great recognition, but sometimes he still has a hard time fighting off blocks. He's not big enough yet. He's not strong enough. He hasn't gotten that part down. But Melvin Ingram has that down to a fucking science. So situationally, Melvin Ingram comes in and he plays that role that we need him to play. But Channing Tyndall is much better in coverage. So if we're going to have a linebacker out there, we're going to try to drop back or use his sideline to sideline speed. That's great. But Melvin Ingram is the run stopper and the pass rush specialist in that role. That's his role. And I feel that makes Baker expendable because those two individuals together do everything that Jerome Baker can do. Because Jerome Baker, I can blitz off the edge. So can Melvin Ingram. Oh, well, I'm not very good at stopping the run and setting the edge. Well, Melvin Ingram is. And, I'm good at the line of scrimmage and little out flat passes. Well, Channing Tyndall is too. And, wait, I'm not very good at coverage at all. Oh, wait, Channing Tyndall is. It just makes Baker expendable for me. Especially if we can use him to upgrade a Landon Roberts. We're killing two fucking birds with one stone.
Hey, I want to give a shout out. We got the Bills fans in the building. Got Jay-Zin and Justin saying Allen ain't scared of us. He said Bills versus Rams week 1. Bills win 41-0 to the Rams.
Damn.
It's a hot
What the hell you smoking?
You want to put some money on that?
Take.
I want to put some money on that actually.
I would love to put some money on it, but it's more like Buffalo. They have nothing better to do but smoke. So whatever y'all are smoking, it's some good shit. 1-0. That's some good shit right there.
You can put up 41. It only takes 13 seconds to beat you guys.
You're a Dolphin
so
fan. Jay-Z said he's a Dolphin fan. Okay.
Leave the air conditioning refrigerator alone. Stop.
Hey, Rick James used to say cocaine is one hell of a drug.
All love and respect, though. I'm just joking. I want to make that clear. I'm just picking. Hey, we respect Bills fans. Hey, you guys got a good team, but we're not trying to hear that. We're not trying to hear that shit no more. We're worried about
the Dolphins are going to beat the Bills 58-0. Okay, I'll take that.
Damn, he got some confidence in his team.
Listen, I live in Bills country, and that's all I hear is Josh Allen this, Josh Allen that. So you can see how it's a little kind of,
annoying, frustrating,
chaotic.
But that's why, again, I think that's why Melvin Ingram was such an underrated signing, because it does. I believe, in my personal opinion, bro, they brought Melvin Ingram specifically for Josh Allen.
Reason. I get it.
For that exact reason, and we'll see how it turns out, because he has the size to knock Josh Allen on his ass. He's not Jerome Baker. He's not Jerome Baker, who's tiny and shies away from contact. No, Melvin Ingram is the exact opposite, and that can be a kryptonite to a running quarterback. Let Melvin Ingram light his ass up one fucking time, just one time. I guarantee you he thinks twice, maybe 3 times before he tries taking off running.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, when that day happens, I'm gonna make that a national fucking holiday, because I can't wait to see that.
Remember what happened to Pat White? White? This is what I'm talking about, bro. Running quarterbacks, bro. It takes one time. It takes one time, and I'm not ever. And you guys know my line of work. I'm not ever wishing injury upon anyone. But what I am saying is, bro, it takes one time for a guy to get lit up to ruin his career. But that's when they get lit up that first time. They're like, oh, shit.
Pat White is a coach with the Chargers now,
I don't
by the way.
want to keep doing this shit. I'm going to protect myself, because they start to realize, oh shit, there are other people who have more to lose out here than I do, and they're willing to go all out. The question is he? And it only takes one time getting smashed in the mouth to make people start second guessing
Hey man,
themselves.
Matt Milano and Von Miller are a concussion away from becoming a freaking crushed Great Wall. Don't even think.
Tell him.
Oh my
Tell him,
God.
Cap. Tell him, Cap.
You know, the other thing is that people don't realize is that if you look at the progression, if you look at the progression that the Bills have gone through over the past several years, we're an exact carbon copy of that progression where we're at right now. You know, Tua's going into his third year. Josh Allen was a laughing stock after his sophomore year. People wanted Bills fans I know of personally wanted him out.
Yeah.
And then he blew up in his third year. God forbid, Bills fans, that Tua blows up all over you. That's all I'm going to say. All right? You need to learn how to be humble, Bills fans. That's what I'm going to tell you.
Stephon Diggs, same bullshit.
Yeah, same bullshit. Exactly.
Yeah, bro. Don't come out here and try to say, oh, Tua's trash, bro. Josh Allen couldn't fucking hit the broadside of a barn with a pass his first 2 years.
And if it wasn't,
and all of a sudden
Brian
his
Dable,
his mechanics.
Brian Dable helped him.
He did, and that's what I'm saying. They improved his mechanics. They allowed him more accuracy, and then they said, hey, by the way, now that you can actually throw a fucking ball accurately, hey, we got you one of the fucking best wide receivers in the NFL.
And
go have fun, buddy.
What does that sound like?
Oh wait, they're doing that shit for Tua.
It sounds exactly the same.
Hey, by the way, RJ, I wanted to tell you, man, that jersey looked nice. I saw the jersey. I don't think I didn't see that jersey you had on. I like that jersey. I like that.
Show us again, RJ. I want to see it.
My wife got it. Hold on. My wife bought it.
Batman, look at your phone. Oh, my bad.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's clean.
That's sweet, man.
That's clean, boy.
Yeah, it's
but even though if we supposedly call the Buffalo Bills, that doesn't
got some
change
breaking
my
news.
opinion.
That is breaking.
Oh, come on.
New England Patriots put Malcolm Butler on injured reserve. They just picked him up, injured reserve.
Wow.
Hopefully, speedy recovery for Malcolm.
Yo, I feel bad for New England.
Yep.
Yeah.
Every day.
I do not. Fuck that. I do not. Okay. I feel bad for the players, but I don't feel bad for the team. Fuck the team. I'm just saying. Let's clarify. Let's clarify.
I don't feel sorry for the Buffalo Bills. I don't feel sorry for the Patriots.
Yo,
okay, because
nor the Jets either. Even though they suck, I still don't feel bad for them either.
Yo, how many of y'all think that the Jets are actually going to have a better record than New England?
Not with Flacco. Not with
Flacco.
No,
and not.
My bad. Yep.
No. It's not even that. I think again, as great as their Robert Saleh has that defense, and that's his calling card. Until they figure out the quarterback and the offensive coordinator situation, because apparently his offensive coordinator is on the fucking hot seat, and I didn't know that, but apparently he's on the hot seat already.
New England.
No, the Jets. Robert Saleh's offensive coordinator.
Yep.
Yeah. That people are fans and people are not very happy with what they saw last year and going into training camp. So I don't know, man. I think there's some dysfunction going on over there.
You want to talk about impatience? New York is impatient as hell.
It ain't my team with the dysfunction, so I don't care.
Less than 2 years?
No, Cap, you're right on that. That's always been the case with the Jets, Cap.
The Jets made improvements this offseason. They made improvements. Shout out to the Jets, but they're 0-12 in the division in the last 2 years. So they haven't won a divisional game in 2 years.
Now, Cap, do you feel the same way?
All they could do is stay progressive and keep that O for whatever. But
they have enough coaches, talented coaches on that team that is going to bring the talent out, because if you think about it, that's just me, but I really don't think. I mean, they're going to win some games. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I don't think they have anybody in there that really knows what to do with all that talent.
Yeah, I mean, Robert Salah very much reminds me of Flores in the fact that he's a defensive guy and he's not really on top of the offense. But Robert Salah is a much better people person, whatever. And I don't think that's part of it. I just think that, like Batman brought up, you have Flacco running that offense. Number one, that's a concern on its own. But number two, that it's trying to get the most out of Flacco, but also you have to remember they have a lot of young guys on that offense that also need coaching too. And I'm sorry, but Flacco's, bro, that arm is done. That arm is done. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That arm is done.
Hey, is Flacco from the same college as Roethlisberger? Are they from the same school?
No, Roethlisberger.
Roethlisberger went to Pitt, didn't he?
No, he went to University of Miami of Ohio.
Miami, Ohio.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Flacco went to New Hampshire, I think. I think.
I call that the fake you.
Nah, I just bro.
Hey man, there's a lot of rumors that the U actually might come to the Big Ten. So that would be the real U at that point.
They've been trying. They've been trying.
No,
yeah,
I got a Laker topic for you, Batman, whenever you're ready for that.
Oh,
hey,
man,
we could go there,
it's
but I
Lakers
want a quick
Heat topic, actually.
Hey, that would be great. Real quick, hey, what do you guys think about that? Because I want to talk about this because it impacts my world a lot, and I want to see it from the average fan perspective. Is what do you guys think about all of these reunification and reorganizations of conferences and the NCAA?
What I would say that with the reorganization of them and teams moving over to different conferences, I think that has to do a lot with money in addition to exposure, because I think both go hand in hand when it comes to recruiting and building programs. Like the Pac-12 is in trouble right now. They don't get the exposure that the other teams do. They're not getting
the Mountain West
Conference USA, Big East. That's why Big East left. Conference USA isn't doing any justice. ACC is expanded, but none of the teams are getting promoted.
Yeah, I mean, I see more of the MAC than I do the Pac-12, to be honest, and that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's really
and that's where I was getting at, because my professional, I see it. I understand the exposure, the TV deals, and all that, and I get that. But where I get frustrated, or what I see as not only a professional but a fan, is you're starting to create these situations where everybody's grown up on these rivalries and whatever, and you're throwing all that shit out the window, because a lot of these teams are no longer in the same conference, so they're not going to be playing every year. They may be playing once every 3 years. And so you're taking a lot of that fan base and going, hey, well, we're just going to throw in a bunch of new people for you to hate. You don't know any of them, and that's okay. You'll get to know them. But we're not having all these rivalry games, all this shit where people get fucked up and go out and tailgate like a motherfucker. Bro, that's money for these places. All these restaurants and shit. Bro, if you're playing some team you don't really know, people are fine sitting on the couch at home watching it. You want these people there. You want them enjoying, even if they can't get into the game and can't get a ticket. They're going to the bar and they're watching it. Like, those rivalry games and shit are what make teams money. And now all of a sudden you're eliminating that for the possibility of making a little bit more money in the future. It almost feels counterproductive to me.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree a little bit, CT. Just part of that. So your concern, just to clarify, so I have better understanding, is the fact that by changing conferences and movement of the teams, you're negating big rivalries that have been there, that not only is big for the school, but it's big for the community and the small businesses alike. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I know that teams like, and I'm just going to be honest, I'm a big Ohio State fan, for example. And I know teams like that do have some control. You can boo all you want. It's okay. They do have some control over their scheduling. Why don't they, if they're really concerned about some of these rivalries, Why don't they schedule a game with that team still every year? You know, I know there are Big Ten teams that play the same SEC team every year. You know what I mean? Even though they're not in their conference, but they still play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
you know
and I agree with what you're saying. But the thing is because college has a shorter season, knowing now, say for example, and we were talking SEC, ACC, all of that. So you're getting into, you have to play at least every opponent in your division in your conference. And then you play two or three, I think it's 2 teams from the other division in your conference. That leaves 4 other games on a 10-game schedule.
Yeah.
So I'm saying like things like, I remember, for example, and I read an article about it and it kind of brought this to heat is, you know, Oklahoma's not playing Oklahoma State. If they're switching conferences, they're going to want to start going to these other conferences, like you said, who are the money makers or the exposure, you know, kings in this situation. They're going to want to play those conference guys in those 4 games to try to make a name for themselves versus playing those maybe smaller state local rivals that are better for the community and better for the school overall. For example, you know, I give this example all the time. So even though so South Carolina and Clemson played every year. There are in-state rival, and it is what it is. So if for whatever reason they were split into different conferences, yeah, they may still play every year. But there are many, many teams across the country with Kentucky and Utah playing all the time, and Utah and Utah State and all these guys. There's only so many games they can play, but they also want exposure to try to, you know, gain national attention. So it's these other games that I'm more speaking about the smaller schools, the smaller communities, where they're trying to go up against these bigger schools because they want exposure. And so they're steering away from some of these rivalry games that really end up helping the community and the team more than just going to lose to a school that's much better than
they're
you.
looking at their own pockets versus the pockets of the greater.
And that's what I'm getting at. That's where it's kind of fucked up to me, you know?
Yeah, I was just about to
CT, you
say
talking about schools like Iowa State and Cincinnati?
Yeah, like smaller schools where the community depends on these games, and it's like, oh, I want more money for my program, so I'm not going to schedule this rivalry game that makes money for our community just because I'm a rich fuck and I want to screw the community. I want more money for me, and screw you guys. You guys can keep your little peanuts.
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
You were
like,
going to say something, RJ?
Me about
yeah,
that.
I was going to say my oldest son, he's played football for, ever since he could hold a football, and he got, I don't know if you guys ever heard of this school. It's called Morrisville. See, I'm from upstate, so you guys probably never even heard of it. But anyway, he got accepted as a walk-on, and my wife and I donated $10,000 to that school. And he's 6'4", 335 pounds, and the economy for that town was just absolutely horrible.
Yeah,
I mean, literally horrible. It was unbelievable, actually, you know. But I know what you guys are saying.
Well, I want to respect you and say thank you for that donation, because you're right.
100%.
A lot of these communities and a lot of these younger schools where they got good kids and they got talented kids, but they don't have the exposure. They're not at these top programs. They're not at these top schools. And that's why we see a lot of NFL teams are starting to find those Division II, Division III guys, because they know there's talent across the board, but they have a harder time picking the smaller guys because they have limited experience against bigger, quote unquote, more talented teams. And it's that situation where here we are, we're having other teams and other conferences essentially shitting on these smaller schools even more by realigning into these power conferences that just put money in people's pockets instead of worrying
It's
about
more than just that, CT, though. It's more than that. It's the NILs and the transfer portal put together. Because if you're
I
allowing
agree with you.
players
We
to
had
up
that
and leave whenever
conversation
they
on your
want,
show. Yeah,
that hurts your program in so many different ways. And in the long run, eventually it catches up with that community and hurts that community just as much.
It does.
Bro, because essentially all it fucking comes down to, and I've said this, and I'll probably get in trouble at some point if somebody ever shit, and I don't give a fuck, but at this point, it really has turned into bribing young men and young women to come to colleges.
Listen,
for the NIL,
CT,
for me, in my opinion, that's exactly what it is.
CT, you're
Just
100%
bribery, bro.
right, because when my oldest son got accepted, okay, when he was like 9 years old, on his left heel, he stepped on a rusty nail and it went through his heel. So every year as he grew bigger and bigger and bigger, when he made the team, but because of that one issue right there, they gave him his walking papers.
Wow.
See, in other words, because what you're saying is something that a lot of good players or talented players also suffer the consequences with.
Exactly. Yeah.
And see, when you
and
look
it's
at,
also
like, when
because
you look
they don't have access to the same fucking medical, care as other teams, and that's another thing. Because again, look at fucking Tua, and I'm not saying anything negative, and I've said this before. Tua has top-notch shit. They do tightrope surgery on Tua. They've done so many ACLs with Dr. Andrews. He's a fucking world famous, surgeon for athletes. Like, they have top-notch shit. But again, you guys forget that these lower schools, they don't have access to that. And then
you're exactly
all
right.
of a sudden they have medical teams at the NFL going, oh, well, you have this old injury that, we would have done this, and this. Yeah, well, fuck you. I didn't have access to this, then this. So it's almost, again, it's the situation. And, it's just about programs having money, the communities having money to support these young men and women so that they can be the best they can be, because that's what it's about. But it pisses me off. And the reason I brought it up is it's been grinding my gears for a while, and I've tried to keep quiet about it, but it pisses me off because all you're fucking doing is you're screwing the small schools more, the small communities more. You big schools are just getting more money in your fat fucking pockets, and that's all you give a shit about. You don't give a shit about, you sit here and say, oh, the purpose of the NCAA is to promote the health, wellness, and well-being of all of our athletes. But what your actions are saying is completely fucking opposite.
Yeah, you're helping the big school, but you just kicking the
Nah, they want the
schools
money.
to
They
the
don't
side.
give a shit about every player. All they give a shit about is the players at the big schools that make them fucking money. And that's
Right,
horse
that's what I'm
shit,
saying.
bro. That's
I
horse
agree
shit.
with that. I agree with that.
Hey, let's all
I agree with
welcome Crypto. What's going on, Crypto? And we would like to get into the subject of Hall of Fame player Noah. We'll get into that if you guys want.
Exactly.
Crypto, what's up, buddy?
CT.
What's going on, everybody?
Hall of Fame bench
Noah.
warmer, baby.
I'm good. How are
Hall
you?
of Fame bench warming.
No,
What's up, Crypto?
it's tailored. His jacket has already been tailored and ready and fitted. The Hall of Fame jacket has been fitted for Noah. It's already been fitted. So get ready.
And his category is best bench warmer of all time.
15 interceptions on the way.
Bust, hey, wait, his bust isn't just his face, it's his bust and his lower body sitting on a bench. That's his
And
bust.
the winner is Noah Ibenagany.
I got a question for CT.
Let's give Mr. Paul.
CT,
I got an extra
with Malik, I think, let me make sure I say his name.
Malik Willis?
Malik Willis. Let me ask you something, CT. Do you at once, like, I was kind of following him off and on in his doing this college stuff. At certain times they'll rating him high, and then all of a sudden it's like they start shooting him low. Do you think it's because he because of the school he went to? Because any out of Liberty?
I'm not really familiar with him all that much, so I can't really comment on that part. But I yes, it does happen where they will have. I have lots of athletes who get all kinds of evaluations from companies that tell them, hey, in our professional opinion, if you entered for whatever sport they're in, do you want to get drafted or whatever, this is kind of where we anticipate you going at. And the smaller school guys do get the later rounds. And that's just because, again, they teams try to make the argument that, yes, and I get it. It's a proper argument. I get the reasoning for it, but why is it that teams across every sports platform take a shot on smaller school guys every once in a while? And the reason why is they see the physical talent. But again, I get their argument is at the same time, he wasn't playing up to the same level of competition as somebody else in, say, an SEC school. But that's where it comes down to is there are good kids who are well adapted for the NFL or whatever sport.
Right.
But they just don't get the exposure. They don't get the opportunity.
And it's because they're from a smaller school or right. That's I
because they don't have as much media exposure. They don't have, all of this. There's so many factors that go into it. And I'm not going into all that.
Let me ask you
go
guys
to that
a question.
other subject. We want to go to that other Noah subject. So let's go back to that Noah subject.
So Green Rat, Alex, Jeff, Iggy's our secret weapon. Hall of Fame for Green Rat said Hall of Fame. We're not allowed on Noah's Ark. So let's bring it up. What does Noah have to show you guys going forward if he gets cut or traded? What does he have to show you in this limited time now he has to make this team? And I understand he has the cap hit, which is like 6.5 million. I think. No, that's Teddy. No, it's like 4.55, between 4.5 and 6.
He needs to show me that he's a shutdown corner in this next preseason game.
No, show me.
Hold on. Let me finish, and I'll let you interject. I'm sorry. He needs to show me that he's a shutdown corner without it being the result of something else. I want to see him do it on his own. I want to see him cover that touchdown pass from Tampa that got hit on him, even though you could say it could have been Brandon Jones's fault technically because he looked like he got lost in coverage. I get that, but Noah was still close enough that he could have made a difference. You know what I mean? I need to see that. I need to see him get an interception from a quarterback that's not named Tua or Bridgewater or Skyler.
I like that. RJ, talk to me, RJ.
Okay, show me that he can ice Stephon Diggs.
Ooh,
and if he can show me that,
I don't know.
If he can show me that, then I ain't got nothing else to say.
Then shit.
I ain't got nothing. Listen, that's what we need him to do.
And that's the guy. That's
unrealistic. I think that's unrealistic expectation.
How is that unrealistic?
Hold on, CT. But hold on, CT.
Okay, go ahead.
So he was the receiver he was the first receiver to expose him, right?
Yeah.
How nice would it be though? If for whatever reason,
it would be poetic justice, absolutely.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Right. And we could say it's a stretch.
It would be poetic justice. Yes.
But it would be nice. It would be nice.
Yeah. But here's what I'm trying to say though. And I get it. I love you, RJ, and I know what you're saying. And the fan in me wants to say that too. But I also understand, and we brought this up multiple times on this platform, is I really feel like Noah is more of the Byron kind of guy. He's on this receiver all the time. He's not going to give you he's not going to give you the interceptions, and that's okay. But the problem is Noah has problems tracking the ball even to knock it down.
And that's where he needs to improve. Now, again, I don't hate the kid. I'm rooting for him. But to think that he's going to be an X type, he's going to be a ball hawk, he's going to knock shit down, he's going to be all in these receivers' asses all day long. No, he's not that type of guy. Trill is that type of guy, but I digress. We're not going to go there. Bro, Noah has all the physical skills except to catch the football. He's not going to intercept the ball. You can disagree, and that's fine. But he was a wide receiver that got converted to a cornerback. So that should tell you everything you need to know about his hands. But the thing is, it's just like Byron. I don't care if you're giving me all these interceptions. What I want to know is, can you still locate the ball and knock the ball down, or knock the ball?
At least knock it.
Yeah. Exactly.
You don't gotta catch it for me. You don't gotta
exactly.
Catch it.
I don't care if you're intercepting it or not, but you still have to locate the ball enough to be able to play the ball and knock it down.
Yep.
And that's where he struggles, and I hope he gets better at. But I'm not optimistic.
Can I go next?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You gotta ask, of course. Anybody?
Yeah, bro. My thing with Igbo is he has athleticism. But he has to make he should have, to me, he should have made the adjustments to the NFL level. I mean,
he's 3 years in now. Remember that.
Yes, okay, but he was 19 years old.
Right.
I agree. But
he was a kid.
3 years of NFL experience.
I'm not really seeing his development. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not really seeing his development. Maybe he needs more time. I don't know. Maybe he needs the right coaching. I don't know. But he needs to make that jump, or that some kind of development to say, okay, I'm going in the right direction. I just need a little more time, a little more coaching. That's what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, I like him because, like I said, I followed him when he was at Auburn, and he was a beast out there. But I know that the NFL is a different speed and a different level. But all I'm asking is, I want to see some kind of development that's saying to me that, okay, you're trying, or that you need more time to make that to make that jump.
Can I have 30 seconds real quick? Because I want to kill this fucking narrative. I'm tired of hearing it. So I want to kill this narrative. Look, I love you, RJ. And yes, to a degree, having younger guys come in, and if they're 19, 20 years old when they're coming into the NFL, yes, I do think that they have a disparity in maturity, and there are things that they can become better at as young men or women in that situation. However, once you get to the NFL, yes, you can develop your body and all of that. And that's something I know all about. But I do not. It's just the same argument that goes because Skylar is 25 years old. Well, he's played a lot more football than all these other guys. Yeah. And that's true. However, Skylar has also not played in the NFL all of those extra years. So that does not necessarily translate to him being a good player, nor does Noah coming in at what? So if he's, how old is he now?
22.
22. So that means if he's going into his fourth year, he came out at 19.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I agree. Yes, 19 is young, maturity-wise, and all of those other things. However, once he got in and he started experiencing the NFL system, he should have made changes. And it's not necessarily physical, because that's kind of a given, but he has to adapt to the NFL. Everybody has physical talents, and the younger you are, the better your physical talents are. And as you get older, for example, as Skylar, which I love the guy, but we also have to take into account he's 25. So longevity-wise, how long is he going to last us compared to a guy like Tua or whoever who you bring in at 21, 22 years old? they got 3 more years to be in their prime than somebody older. Well, you would take that exact opposite argument of saying, hey, Noah's been introduced to the NFL at a younger age. We should see more significant strides from him in that time frame based on the fact that he's going up against NFL caliber opponents. And I have not seen that. And that's what concerns me about Noah. I'm not saying he's not going to be good. He can continue to develop, but I'm just not overly optimistic. It's the same. I feel the same exact way about Austin Jackson. So it's not just Noah. I have the same feeling about other players.
Okay. So there's a flip side to this coin now. Okay. He came in at a very young age and he had to step on the field with Byron Jones and Xavier Howard. What if it's his confidence?
It could be. That's what Green Rat said.
No. Wait. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Let me finish. What if it is? These young kids come in and I mean, think about it. Some of them are like scared to death. What if it is a confidence level?
It's a possibility.
Now, I'm going to be quick.
And he hasn't had no time. He really hasn't had no time to really play.
To be on the field, right?
To be on the field.
And it's not about being that. I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter if you're Noah, who is a first-round pick, or a fifth-round guy. You're sitting behind Byron and X, and I understand that. However, that does not change that every day you're in practice working with NFL caliber guys. You are in every preseason working with NFL caliber guys. You have experience. Now, the issue is again, if you're saying if he cannot earn a spot, whether it was at cornerback, whether it's at nickelback, whether it's on fucking special teams, the fact that this guy wasn't even on special teams tells me
he was on special teams.
He was.
Yeah,
this is the first year that he's actually been on the field more.
Occasionally he returned
than he has since he's been drafted.
No. He was on special teams as a gunner too. He was in special teams.
Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't.
So last year he's played special teams.
Yeah, look at his snap count. It's a lot. So
okay, that's fine. Okay, so I stand corrected. He played on special teams. I'm good with that. The thing is that experience helps him overall. What I'm having the issue with is, yes, I agree with you. Any player is going to have a hard time getting playing time when you're behind Byron and Xavier Howard. It's about, hey, when you have your opportunity, you have to show it. And I think that he's not doing a very good job of that. That's all.
No,
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's a terrible kid. I'm just saying I want to see more out of him. That's all.
Right.
Well, so do I. But
piggyback off CT, I'm kind of saying the same thing. I want to see. I just want him to show some kind of progression. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
I don't want him, like RJ said, I don't want him to come out next year and be able to fucking cover Stephon Diggs and shut his ass down. Bro, that's unrealistic in the fact that we know what Noah is now, but to expect him to come out this year and magically be able to shut down Stephon Diggs, bro, I
wasn't talking about this year. I mean, it obviously they want to keep him around for maybe another year or two. No,
I don't think they do though. I don't think they do whatsoever.
That's the microwave society.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But
that's exactly what it is.
He played in 7 games last year. 7 games.
The thing is,
and that's what I'm saying. In all 7 of those games, we still have concerns about his abilities. That's my issue.
Here's the reality. I've heard a bunch of times that he's doing good in camp and practices, OTAs, and everything. But it doesn't translate to the games, bro.
Because I had notes. Remember, Ali, I came on your show, and Batman, I did too. And I brought up the notes where he got burned twice in the first quarter. And he got burned a third time in the second quarter. Now, he did play early into the third, but then they took him out and they played other guys at the boundary in the like mid to end of fourth quarter. They played 4-string guys. So he got burned 3 times and a half against second, third string guys. Against second and third string guys. Bro, they said in camp he was going up against Hill and all these guys and blah. Oh, he's doing great in camp. Yeah, it's great when you know the players, you know what they're good at, you know what they do, you know their signs. Bro, the average cornerback on another team doesn't know that shit. So you have an inside advantage.
Second and third string guys because he's a second and a third string guy. Stop it.
Exactly. And that's all he's ever going to be unless he starts improving. He's 3 years in and he's still struggling as a second, third string guy against second and third string guys. He needs to step the fuck up.
So what CT and Ali and RJ are basically and Mr. Paul. So we hope as a fan base, yes, we drafted him high. We hope he can be the guy the Dolphins thought he was going to be, whether it's the Dolphins or was Flores, whatever. And you need him to step up, even if he is a second or third string guy, because you don't want to go through a situation where, knock on wood, an X or Byron go down. And then now we're forced to shuffle pieces around and take people out of position and play them in that boundary corner. And I don't want to deal with that. We want to see, we felt, listen, like Ali said, prior to when OTA started, Travis Winfield came out here and he told me on Twitter directly to me when I asked him the question about Noah. Granted, I know he works for the Miami Dolphins, so he's not going to speak negative. But he did say to me, and shout out to OJ McDuffie too. They told me he looks good. He's the first one in the building. He's the last one, and he's hip to hip with Sam Madison. Sam Madison's coaching him up. And that was like, I came back and I said it to you guys. I was happy.
Yeah, I watched
I was thrilled. I was like, whoa, okay, this is awesome. So, like Ali's point is, where's the progression? Because I understand he's a 30-year guy. He has 2 monsters in front of him. So to get playing time, it's difficult. But when you do have playing time, I don't want you to look like you don't belong in the league.
Look like shit.
Yeah, we don't want to. We at least be serviceable, right?
Can I bring something else to light too about this? I'm not trying to go down a certain rabbit hole, but I just want to. Someone mentioned RJ mentioned the confidence issue, right? What if it was possibly because of the coaching that he received from his rookie to sophomore year that's really an issue? Because if you think about it, you think about it, the Miami Dolphins paid to bring one arguably star-studded corner, and that's Byron Jones, brought him to us. We drafted Xavier prior to Noah. He was already a star, right? And you have 2 of the best corners in the league already, right? What was our secondary coaching staff doing during those 2 years? You know what I mean?
They groomed up.
Hear me out, though. Hear me out. Hold on,
Needham into a top 5 slot corner that was undrafted.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. I don't necessarily want to credit that to. If you actually listen to Nick Needham's story, there's a lot more training and a lot more coaching he was getting elsewhere that I would say
that's what I was getting at. See, that's
okay. So let me piggyback off this.
Let me finish. Let Ali
can do it. My thing is for me, the coaching staff could not develop the offensive line whatsoever. The coaching staff really, in my opinion, hasn't developed the linebacker position anywhere. What's to say that they can develop the corner position at all? And this is I'm talking about the previous the previous regime, not McDaniel and Sam Madison. I'm talking about prior to that.
Yeah, and I agree with
that's what they specialize in, cornerback.
That was
all right. So what if the old coaches programmed him, and these new coaches have to reprogram him? Doesn't mean we throw him away.
No, I don't think we have to, bro. I'm just saying,
That's what their specialty was in secondary.
Yeah, and
Right.
the thing is just like you brought up, Ali, the same exact point you brought up.
I don't think.
Here's my.
He
Can I
understands
say
my
this,
question.
Ali?
I'm sorry, Crypto.
I think Ali's got a point. Really, think about it.
Yeah, he does, and this is where I was trying to expand on that. Is so he brought up a point, but that same point kind of proves what I'm saying about Noah is. Number one, even if Crypto's right, which I agree with him, but even if we don't include that, absolutely, Gerald Alexander and the quarterback and the backfield coaches were supposedly fucking.
Did we lose CT?
Yeah, we lost CT.
Yeah, we must have lost
CT. Essentially, for me, it's kind of like, Nick. If you go listen to Nick Needham's story, I believe he did an interview on the Fish Tank. If it watches the Fish Tank, it's definitely something to watch. I definitely recommend it.
I watched
I
it.
believe his dad and has like a training program for players.
I didn't know
and
that. That's awesome. I didn't know
yeah, I think it's his dad, and like he does a lot of out of the Dolphins organization work, conditioning and working on his skill set and training with other players.
Yeah, but
other
it's got
teams and
to
stuff.
do with him while he in the building, learning defensive schemes from his coaching staff that was
I
on the
understand.
in the building.
You can learn defensive schemes, but that doesn't mean
And
that
learn
those
how to play
coaches.
within it.
But that
That was their bread and butter in New England. To being able to grab anybody off the street and develop them into secondary players.
But even New England doesn't
Every single
follow.
time.
Okay, bro, Crypto, listen. Even New England didn't develop a true cornerback. Look at who they went and did. They went and stole what's his name from the Bills, and that was their leading guy forever and a day.
They didn't steal nobody from the Bills because he was soup sandwich when he was with them.
Okay, and look at the coach that he had. Look at the coach that he had.
Than they did in Buffalo.
What I'm saying is that I don't know if they actually developed their corners, is what I'm trying to say. We don't know that.
I'm gonna say they develop them, and you're gonna see proof in the pudding in New England staff this year, and in Pittsburgh staff this year.
Okay, well, Pittsburgh, I believe, can develop their corners more than New England. No offense. No offense, but I really feel that they can. I mean,
that's just going to me. That's too
you're
dangerously
giving too much credit
close.
to New England, man.
That's too
I'm telling you
dangerously
right now.
getting close to the big old mantra that is always coaching. I'm never going down that road. I'm sorry. I'm never going down that road.
Let me ask you a question.
Really though? Wait though. Listen, look at the coaches that we had last year compared to this year.
Have they been proven? Have they played a single down?
How do we know? How do we know that Madison is retained
against a good passing attack, and we'll know how meaningful it is. The difference from year over year. You can't give a year over year evaluation based on feel good stories because of what they did on other teams. They haven't done it as a Miami Dolphin. I don't buy feel good stories. I'm sorry. I'm just hard to propaganda.
I'm not trying to tell you a story. What I'm trying to tell you is that coaching has a lot to do with it.
I am a very hard individual to propagandize.
Crypto, what's your opinion on no?
How do we know that Surtain and Madison has totally wiped what they had him doing last year? And you know what I'm saying? What if what if they're conditioning his mind their way, and what if it's just taking him a little longer? So how do we know that?
Real quick. They're multi-millionaires too. Some of the stuff has got to be on the players to be to develop themselves as well.
Most great coaches, especially those who work for other guys, let me finish. They work in a situation where they teach all of the same exact mechanics, the same exact techniques. The difference is based on their defense, they're going to have nuances of responsibilities. So the physical aspect never changes. The technique of rushing the passer is getting off your stance setting your base, taking your hands and putting your hands into the offensive lineman's chest and knocking the shit out of him. And for the offensive lineman, it's the exact same process. There's nothing different. The only nuance is, hey, we're going to take this scheme this way. You're going to angle him this way. This guy's going to combo block. The techniques and the physics and the biomechanics are exactly the same in all teachings. So
I get that.
I'm saying I get that part. But yes, I do understand that just like with Tua and all kinds of other players, you're switching coaches, you're switching schemes, you're switching plays, you're switching terminology. Yes, there's a huge fucking learning curve with that. And I agree with that. However, the fundamentals are the same, which is the argument I had about why a run game played like, or a run defense played like shit, even though it was third, fourth stringers. For me, it was the fundamental and the basics that these guys were lacking. And that's where I had issue with who's teaching these guys. And just like on the offensive line, I brought it up last night on your show too, Batman, is the offensive line and not knowing shoulder distances. These are basics. These are things that it should never change across any philosophy. And when these guys struggle to meet the basics, that's when I start to get concerned. That's all.
Well, before we get into it, I do want to ask Crypto the question on Noah. Do you think, is it possible? You think it's just like he's not catching it and he won't catch it? Do you think do you think he can thrive like with more coaching, or do you think, are you like already set your mind on Noah and know what he has to offer, Crypto?
No, what I'm saying is constantly reaching back in the past and try to figure out a way to explain away a personal failure from the person developing, and just blaming the coaching, to me, is just ridiculous.
No, but I'm not asking. I'm not asking about the past. I'm just asking you, based on what you've seen so far from Noah, and going forward, do you think he makes his team? And I don't want to hear the excuse that he makes his team because we don't want to take the cap hit. You know, we don't want to take that.
No, you know, I'm the first that never give a money reason, because we're famous at throwing away money anyway. So what's the difference from doing it now?
Crypto.
So you'll never hear Crypto give an excuse based on money, because I was the guy. So what have you seen? You think he makes pounding the table to get rid of Parker, irregardless of any money situation?
Do you think he makes his team though? So far from what you've seen, Crypto.
No, I'm saying he'll make it barely because of they worried about depth.
Right.
It's just about default he'll make it.
So if somebody,
if Crossman steps up,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you got
there are other guys out
corner
there
that steps up, and especially the kid, who was the kid that got the interception with his legs? What's his name on Saturday? Does anybody know?
Oh my God! I can see his face because they interviewed him, but I can't fucking
caught it with his legs.
Yeah,
right.
Interviewed him. I can see his face, but I don't know his name. Fuck.
Batman. I'm not saying
it wasn't Connor, was it?
No, Connor's the tight end.
It was number 22.
It's
22.
That was Campbell. Elijah Campbell.
Campbell.
Yes.
I'm not saying he deserves to make a team per se, but his reps is awfully low compared to what you need at that position. As far as when the guy in Dallas was kept getting burned, but he offset it by getting picked, so he earned his stay there. But every corner, even good cornerback, is going to get burned and blitzed.
Right.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, definitely.
My thing is, hey, if I could limit a cornerback to getting burned once or twice a game for each cornerback. So overall, you get burned like what? Because we're going to play 5 or 6, but I'll go conservative in 5 cornerbacks. You get beat 20 times, 2 apiece, right? Even if that, as long as they're not scoring touchdowns on every time you get burned, I'm for it. But the issue is, it's again,
the 7 point.
There's a difference between being burned and having a touchdown thrown on you. You can get burned and still make the tackle or knock it away or or whatever. There's so many possibilities in it.
Yeah, that guy Ross got burnt. Bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was one of the ones that I mentioned yesterday that he might get cut, and he didn't get cut today.
Yeah, I was really surprised.
It's still early.
With Ellis, I know they designated him as a
injured cut.
Yeah, injured cut. But bro, they had him in there, and he got fucking. Oh my god, he got burned like a motherfucker.
I remember left and right. He was getting burned.
Bro, left and right on Ellis, and I don't know. I'm not saying they're manipulating it, but unless he got hurt while he got burned his ass off last night, if the injury designation, what he got his ass burned, like triple degree burns on his ass last night or on Saturday, bro, I don't know how they're fucking cutting him with the injury unless it's a pride injury.
So check me out. I forgot to mention this yesterday. So I ended up going on Sunday. Sunday we had Emmanuel Ogba signing here in Miami. And I went to the signing. When I got there, I noticed there was nobody there. So the people I was meeting up, they were a little late, and I spoke to the store manager of the store, Sinbad, which he's very connected to. A lot of like he has Rashad Jones' number. He has a bunch of players' numbers. He can call Clayton right away, get an autograph. He can get anybody's autograph. He has all the numbers. So he tells me that Emmanuel Ogba. And I said this today on Miss Fins, and people were saying that it couldn't be true when I said it on Miami Sports Music this morning. So apparently, what I was told, Ogba got called in because the entire Miami Dolphins roster got called into emergency practice on Sunday. The entire team had to show up, so they basically canceled the signing. And then he was giving everybody like a 25% off on the store, and he felt bad. And he said that, he's going to get him in soon. But yeah, apparently something happened with McDaniel that after the game, they flew back from Tampa, whether it was that night or that morning, to call a practice. And a lot of people didn't know about that. I'm sure nobody's reporting it, but to me, supposedly McDaniel wasn't too happy. We won, but he wasn't too happy. Put that with a grain of salt. Take it for what you want. I don't make up things. This wasn't like a sauce something. No, I'm telling you.
I heard the same report. I heard the same report from a different source, and bro, I love it. I love it. If you ain't happy,
I believe it.
Let's go.
I believe it because Mike McDaniel, he seems like that man. You know what I mean? He seems like he's that guy, man.
He's a chess player. He's fucking 10 steps ahead.
Exactly.
He watched this shit and he was like,
that.
"Oh no,
he's a fucking chess player."
Up. And he was like, "No. We ain't waiting till Monday, motherfuckers. We ain't waiting till Monday. You coming in on Sunday and we fixing this shit so we can get this mother." Like I love that. I love that.
I love it.
Oh snap! Chris Perkins is back.
Yeah,
that's
Chris.
crazy.
I forgot to mention it. Chris Perkins replaced
Omar
Kelly. Yeah,
I used to watch Omar and Chris Perkins chop it up.
Me too. So Chris Perkins is replacing Omar Kelly.
So
you brought that up though. Because,
is everybody gonna miss Omar Kelly?
I'm not really gonna miss him, so to say. I do like some of his takes on things, so. I don't know.
I'm not gonna miss him because I met him personally, and I'm a nobody.
I know your story, man. I'm sorry.
But for those of you that don't know, I'm a nobody. And this is before I even considered doing anything related to the Miami Dolphins, whether it was podcasting, YouTubing, whatever. I was just a human being. I had a table set up at the port of Fort Lauderdale. I was selling sneakers, and he came into the building. He came to my table, picked up a sneaker, looked at the size, and I said, "Hey, I'm a big fan, Omar." And he looked back at me like I was just like scum of the earth. He didn't even acknowledge, didn't even say hi. And I said hi to him and everything. And he walked away. And I was like, and ever since then, obviously I've been listening to his takes. I've been listening to, all the stuff he's been doing before with the Sun Sentinel and the videos he would put out in the podcast. For him to just discredit. And again, I'm a nobody, but still. Like, hey,
right.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Whatever. Anything. I wave, a hand gesture, something.
Like that.
Yeah,
right.
like it was a slap in the face, and then Larry says it all the time. Larry, shout out to Larry. Larry says this all the time. Omar's job was to report what you see on the field and what's going on with the team. Your job is not to give your opinion. So your job is to report and see and report what you're seeing on the field. But you got Omar throwing out all these things, and a lot of people say, "Oh, he's fair." And yes, but your job is to report what you see. Don't sugarcoat it. You report what you see. If it's negative, it's negative. But don't come out and be like, "Oh, this," and then that's not what happened. Then you're hearing a different thing from all the other guys. So it's like, that's my take on it. But hey, this is my
Hey, can I ask a question? I want to ask everybody's opinion to the panel. I want to go one by one. So I was not aware until last night. I got an article sent to me about Kelly leaving the Sun Sentinel. So I want to ask everybody, do y'all think it's more about him doing the I Am Athlete podcast?
That's what he said.
Or is it because he was getting sick of being ripped by us fucking fans who know what we were talking about? And he just said, I'm going to fucking podcast where y'all can't say shit to me.
We've been on him for years.
I'm going with that one.
He could have left a long time ago.
Everybody going with that one. Okay.
He could have left a long time ago. He's been getting ripped.
At least I'm in the right space then. At least I'm in the right mind space there.
He got an opportunity. Hey, listen, he got a really good opportunity, and I Am Athlete, like, they're doing big things over there, and it's a big show. It's a very big show, and it's televised and YouTube. Everybody gets to see you. So a lot of people say he's going over there to follow Flores, but hey, listen.
It's simply following the money. It's that simple.
I think that's it exactly. Because he doesn't have to, bro. He doesn't have to write per word payments anymore. He's not on you got to create content to get your money anymore. It's not, I got to sit here and type words on a page. Nah.
Somebody said he was
literally him sitting there and talking and getting paid just as much.
CT. So he's not going to be with Dave anymore,
smoke, bro. He didn't want none of our smoke. That's all it comes down to.
I don't think he's going to be on a Big O show either.
Bro,
no.
They had a huge argument over that. Okay, no, I'm not going to talk about that. No, scratch that.
Okay,
I'm not. So anyway,
I pick back on something that you brought up.
So I just heard that for him to be with the I Am Athlete podcast or whatever, he couldn't associate with any other podcast or anything. He had to be exclusive to them, is what I heard.
Hey, so has anybody heard about TD? Is he okay?
I hope everything's okay with him.
He did a live
about an hour or so ago
tonight. Yeah, he did a live
one at a time. I can't hear.
He did a live show tonight. I want to go back and see it. I haven't texted him personally, but I'm gonna see the show and then I'll shoot him a text tomorrow in the morning because it's a little bit late. He ended the show like an hour ago or so, right? Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, he did a show today. So I'm gonna shoot him a text in the morning to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, I just want to know.
He told everybody what it was.
He did? Well, I'd like to know, but whatever it is, bro, big dog, we got your back. Love you and your wife.
Yeah, definitely.
Can
anybody share?
Hey,
I don't know if I should. Should I say it or should I just reference you to go watch the show?
I just want to say this. Hey, we may not agree on football, but bro, we're all about family and whatever it is going on, bro. Hey, we love you. We support you.
Listen,
we're praying for you. Bro, we got your back, bro. Nah, that's how this community is, bro. We're not about that. So
listen,
whatever's going on, man, loves and prayers, bro. If you need anything,
listen, guys, I am from Buffalo Bills country, and I'm not out there in Florida where you guys are, but you guys are like family to me. So
appreciate it. No, and I got to go up there one day with Buffalo. We're gonna go to a game. We're gonna go to a Dolphins game, and I got the tickets. I'll pay for the tickets. I want to go because
I'm telling you, Batman. I'm telling you, they're nasty, man. The Buffalo fans are nasty.
No, we say our nasty y'all because they've been coming on our platforms as of lately. So, and I'm not. It's okay to share your opinion, but it's certain Buffalo Bill people that's been tagging along, and you know, it's to the point where it's starting to get irritating to me. And it's not hatred. It's just that, come on, man, say.
And I love Mark
Mark is all
from
right.
Bills Mafia, because
Yeah.
Mark told me when he comes down here for the Bills game, we're gonna drink a beer, and I said we could do that. He gets a lot of hatred because he comes on all the YouTubes and people say, "Well, you're gonna allow a Bills fan on here on your panels?" But then I found out today in the morning that apparently he's a Bills fan / Dolphins fan. So I'm like, that's
Yeah, he
different.
said that before.
He
Long time
does
ago.
know that. I didn't know that. I
about
didn't
the
know that.
Dolphins. I will say that.
He knows a lot about the Dolphins.
That's called
That's 'cause
split
he started out as
personality
a
right
Dolphins
there.
fan.
That's called
Oh, he
split
started
personality.
He started out as a Dolphins fan. That's why.
See,
it's
that's
kinda like-
that's a
yeah.
mental issue. That's
'Cause
that's some split personality shit. Nah, I'm just kidding.
No,
Hey, we
that-
love
that-
you
listen,
guys.
listen.
And love
Yeah,
you,
that's-
man. Nah, I'm just giving shit. That's all.
Hey,
But
listen,
listen,
I know
if
a
you
lot of Laker fans. When the Lakers started losing, they became Golden State fans. I'm glad I stayed a
That's
Laker
not
fan.
true, man. I'm a
That
Laker
is
fan
true.
through and through. That's not true
That
for
is
me.
true,
I'm
but a
saying.
lot of Laker fans,
Oh,
I did.
y'all Laker fans could go somewhere else. We don't.
They
give a shit.
became Warrior fans because they were winning all of a sudden. So hey,
I want to.
But hey, Batman.
Even when the Heat suck, hey, even when the Heat suck
I got
and
you,
when they're
Mr. Paul.
fucking awesome, I'm still there. Don't
I like
matter.
the Heat. I like the Heat, but I'm a
I ain't no
Lakers fan.
I'm not no fair weather fan. Not
I'm a
how it
Lakers
is,
fan.
bro.
Batman.
Yeah.
Batman, if you want to come up here and you want to catch a game, my house is your house.
Oh,
we
thank you,
will
sir. Appreciate it.
we will definitely do this. Any of you guys want to come up here, go
Appreciate it.
at their house and watch a Bills and Dolphin game. My house is your house, man. After the game, come here and crash, whatever.
Oh, nice. Appreciate that. Thank
Hey,
you.
that's
Thank you, RJ.
fucking
I appreciate
awesome,
that.
man.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mr. Park, you said you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought up the thing with McDaniels having some kind of emergency meeting on Sunday.
Practice on Sunday, right after the game.
Yeah, bro.
Either
Right now
Now we don't know if that's
that up.
true. It's just
Yeah.
what we've been told. I've been told by a source, and I talked to Batman. We've been told by different sources. So
different people.
Right.
yeah, different people have told us this.
I believe
Right.
it though.
If it's true,
But here's my
I
thing,
don't
though.
know. All I'm saying is we don't know if it's 1,000% true, but
Okay.
we have heard it from different sources.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I didn't even tell you about it, CTNC. You've heard it. So
yeah, no. But yeah. I now that you brought it up, and like I said, we haven't even talked about this shit. I've been told by a completely different source. So,
But the reason why I'm bringing it up, if it's what I think it is, it's good, because reason why I'm saying that is because ever since McDaniels became our head coach, I've been, people been saying that he's going to be too soft and this and that, and I don't agree with that. I think that when Coach McDaniels sees something he doesn't like, whether you like it or not, he's going to go and correct it. And it's not
Yes, he is.
and don't let his looks deceive you and thinking that okay, he's going to be a softie.
so
and this
I
and that.
want to. Can I say this real quick? So,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna as soon as you start answering, can you tell me or tell everybody why you heard was the reason for that emergency practice, if you have that?
I don't. So like I said, I spoke to the guy, and he's like, he didn't make it. He's good friends with Ogba. Ogba's come to the store many times to sign autographs for people, and there's no reason for him to lie about it, because like I said, he had a whole thing set up for Ogba. His jersey, the signed jerseys were hanged up on the wall in the middle of the mall. And I get there, and I got there about 45 minutes late. So I thought, oh, people went home and stuff. And then I talked to him, and he goes, he saw me with my Dolphins jersey, and he said, oh, you're here for the signing. Ogba got called into practice and did an emergency practice today. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, he'll be back. I'm gonna schedule him for in 2 weeks. But yeah, unfortunately, so he had I have it in the living room. He has a
that's what I heard back there, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
But somebody said, and it sounds funny, but somebody said that they were partying in the plane and McDaniel got pissed off. So that's
it might be he didn't like what some things he saw in the game. And I'm
probably
just
was pissed at
that.
the running game
or the practice.
At the beginning of the game, I'm sure you guys saw his face in the beginning of the game when they were putting the camera on him when we were making some dumb moves, dumb plays out there, whether on the defense or the offense. They just kept focusing on his face, and he didn't look too happy.
Right. And that's
Yeah,
what I'm talking about.
Ali, I agree with you. If you saw backstage, that's exactly what I was told.
Okay, but
He was livid at the thing you had said, because supposedly he had made the point of emphasis that they knew that they were going to try to stop the run, and he wanted to run the ball.
The second part of your backstage sentence, I don't necessarily agree with. I think it was actually pretty decent, unless the running back got so far, and that went into what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
he got upset.
He got upset about we had issues setting the edge, and that guys weren't getting off the blocks in run D. And that's where we got gashed with the one guy who literally there are two plays that I brought it up specifically on my notes. The first is the running back was able on a off tackle handoff to the right, stopped midway through his progression there.
Oh, I know.
And turned the opposite field and went the other way.
Exactly.
And so what he was upset about is the backside defensive end is supposed to set the edge on that outside containment so that there is no run back. But the problem is they got swallowed up in blocks and trying when they went to the right, that they were unable to stop and turn and disengage to go to the left to fight that running back trying to reverse field. And they also happened in a play where we had the running back enveloped in a fucking envelope of human beings. And he squirted out and got 14 yards. And they showed the replay of McDaniels. Bro, he threw his arms up in the air, and I'm not a lip reader. I'm just emphasizing it. He's probably like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
exactly.
And here's the other part. If you go back and look, and this is why I take PFF grades with a grain of salt. They rated Coleman really high, and I can show you every other play where he's missing his blocks as a left tackle. There was three plays specifically.
You got my notes. Am I right? Am I right?
This is the thing. There's three plays where he's actually having to look to find someone to block. Do you understand? If you have to look to find someone to block, there is something wrong. You've done something wrong, in my opinion.
Exactly.
So Batman, tell him how many I told you last night.
I think
there were fucking 14. Like no, 14? There were 14 plays.
Be right back.
I can't remember now. I think it was 14 plays out of all of them that, okay, Lerner Coleman held his block sometimes. Other times he got blown the fuck up. And then, like Ali mentioned, there were fucking 3 or 4 plays where he's standing there because the outside linebacker didn't come in on a blitz and they didn't communicate well enough. And he allowed the D end or the guard to take the D end. And he's just standing there looking around. Who the fuck do I block? Who do I block? What am I supposed to do? And it was so infuriating because they said, oh, yeah, because he allowed the D end to go on the guard and he had nobody to block. They didn't give him a negative pass block grade. And that's where that fucking grading in PFF and all that bullshit, bro, it's ridiculous. Because, no, he did not have a defender on him, but that's because he miscommunicated with the guard and he allowed the guard to go one-on-one while he's standing around looking like a freaking doofus going, what do I do? Oh, what do I do? And people are like, oh, yeah, he was graded so high. Bro, if you watched it, it's the eye test. This is where the grades in the eye test, you have to compare them. And the eye test was shit. on Coleman. We heard all this shit about him doing so great in camp. And you're just like, bro, what the fuck? What have y'all been watching? Because that wasn't great. So please tell me what I'm missing here.
But it just goes what I was trying to say, that Coach McDaniel is not soft like some people been saying. And I never felt that way, but I've been hearing talk on the internet, some of the like ESPNs and NFL that he's soft, but I'm not seeing it, and I'm glad that he is addressing some of these issues. Even though we had our second and third string players out there, he's still addressing the issues, which is showing that he wants to head in the right direction with our team.
Yes, sir, Mr. Paul. For the fact that he caught an emergency fucking practice when second, third, and fourth string guys were playing like shit, that's when you know this motherfucker's serious.
Exactly.
You go, oh, wait, what? Wait, hey, we didn't do nothing. We weren't playing. Fuck you, starter. Shut the fuck up and mind your own goddamn business. Show the fuck up and show these motherfuckers how to do it, because apparently they ain't up to my standard, and that's on you and them. I like that. Holding everyone accountable, even the older guys. Bro, you're not playing, but you still need to be in these guys' ears. You still need to be engaged. And there was one thing that he said in his interview. He was like, "Oh yeah, they were engaged and they wanted to win just as much as the next guy." Well, if that was true, then why are you calling emergency practice and veterans got to come in and be like, "Hey, they played like shit. Y'all were on the sidelines. Y'all could have been in their ear, giving them advice, talking them up, getting them ready to go. And y'all want to be joking around on the sideline, hanging out, smacking each other's asses and having a good old time. Nah, you need to be in that competitive spirit, at that mind, at every fucking moment, every second you're on that field. Bro, you have to have a different mindset.
Hey, let me ask you guys a question, because I've been seeing this the last 2 days, and I'm interested because for those of you that can't catch the Dolphin games locally, and you're watching it off a site, so I've been seeing that NFL Plus now has this thing starting at $5 a month. You can watch like the game from your tablet or phone or computer or something like that. Is that any truth to that for $5 a month?
I don't know.
Hey, you might want to amscray on that on air.
Okay. Oh yeah. I know.
You might.
Oh yeah.
You might want to amscray.
No, don't.
Okay.
Don't discuss that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Okay. Because I saw it on Twitter, so I was like, wait, what's this?
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Love you, Batman, but don't do that.
All right. So everybody, I appreciate everybody coming on today, man. I will be back again tomorrow. Again, as promised. Tomorrow's bring your own booze. If you drink water, you drink some Gatorade, you drink some beer, you drink some wine, you drink some hard liquor. Bring it tomorrow. I'll be here 8:30 tomorrow. It's BYOB. Bring your own booze. So like I said, I appreciate everybody that came today. Everybody that came out to the panel: RJ, Mr. Paul, Ali, Crypto, CT, Snapper, Dundee. I know Irving was really quiet most of the day. Everybody else that came through today, Iceman, MCJB.
Sorry, Irving, that was the blabbermouth tonight.
That was MCJB with the breaking news that he
it was definitely nice talking to everybody.
I appreciate it. RJ, you gotta come more often when you have the time. I haven't seen you in a long time, so I'm glad you came out. I appreciate that.
RJ,
really
stick around with us if you can, man. We haven't seen you in a hot minute, bro.
I definitely am, without a doubt, man.
I think the last time I saw you on the panel, I think I was in Orlando. Doing a live show.
I think you were.
I haven't seen you in 2 months, dude. It's almost been 2 months since I've seen you on a stream.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
We were worried about you, man. We were worried. We were hoping.
I had to. We were moving. We just bought another house, so
trying to get everything
okay.
packed in and you know, packing between working and packing and all this other bull crap. It was a nightmare. But we're in the new place, so I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna, you know, definitely without a doubt.
Awesome, man.
good.
We're fucking excited to hear it. That's
love it.
awesome, man. Congrats, dude.
Everybody,
Yeah,
put the
definitely.
fins
Thank
up.
you.
I'll catch you tomorrow. Much love to everybody that came in the comment section, even the Bills fans. I appreciate it. Much love to everybody. Fins up. Can't wait for tomorrow. I don't know if the Dolphins are practicing tomorrow. I think they are, but we'll be talking about that. But much love to everybody. Fins up and have a blessed evening. And go catch
God
up. Go
bless
catch
everybody.
my guys. Go catch my guys on the Fins tailgate right now. Capitan and Tonk are on. So go catch them, guys. Much love to everybody. Fins up.